Yo, yo, yo.
Yo. Is it St. Patty's Day? What? St. Patrick's Day. March 17th. Whoa, look at that. Packed with parades, good luck charms, and all things green. Wow. Happy St. Patty's Day, everyone. Is this, Big Boy? Like, could this be like a blue marlin here? Or something? I don't know. Could be a coelacanth, I suppose. That'd be nice. Hi, Dag. How are you doing? I'm alright. I'm alright. Took a nice little day off yesterday, even though I really shouldn't, because I want to finish this challenge sometime this week, so I can focus more on my video, which I have been working on a little bit. It's like I could do two things at once, but I'm not good at doing two things at once. Maybe some of you can relate. So I want to be done with this. I want to be done with this. I want to, not today, not tomorrow, probably not even the day after that, but hopefully by the end of this week, if I stream like every day for the rest of this week. Oy, I don't like that. I don't like that. But whatever. We'll get it done. That's what I say. As soon as I'm done with this challenge, I think I'm offline for a week at least. Maybe two. But I hope everyone else is doing well. Excited for March Madness. Yeah, so in the Discord, if you didn't see it, I'm hosting a March Madness bracket challenge tournament thing where the winner can receive a $70 Steam or Nintendo eShop gift card along with a 6-month sub to my Twitch channel. Included, no matter which option you choose. So that's there. If you want to participate, that'll be the first games start at 6:40 tonight, so that's the deadline to submit. I already have, I think, I can pull it up here. I think we have, how many participants? There was a few more submissions when I got up today, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 submissions for the challenge. So even if you just throw shit at the wall, picking whoever, you have a 1 in... Well, I guess if you submitted now, it'd be a 1 in 27 chance. Also counting the fact that more people will submit before the end of it. The deadline is 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time today. Actually, 6:30. 6:30 Eastern Time today, which is 5 hours and about 30 minutes from now. 5 hours and 24 minutes from now. If you want to do that. If not, hey, whatever. But yeah, anyway, I hope everyone's doing well today. I kind of just want to get it started here because I don't want to waste any more time on this than I already have. Specifically, I have wasted 89 hours, 5 minutes and 40 seconds on this. Not a second longer, I doth declare. I do not want to waste a second longer on it. We are currently in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Our debt is 758,000. We're doing that with fish. So that's what we're doing today. We already got, I don't remember how much we wrapped up the stream with, but maybe over 100,000. So I want to finish fish today, and then I want to do bugs, which is 1.248 million. It's a lot, but I think that bugs will go better than fish. And then turnips for the final 2,498,000 bell debt. So, I don't know if it's realistic, but finish fish today, finish bugs the next stream, finish turnips the stream after that, because turnips can get you a lot of money pretty fast, but if we get unlucky, I don't know, we'll see, as we kind of have been, I feel, over this challenge, but anyway. I'm shiny hunting while watching this. This looks like it will be perfect. Yeah, I think so. I hope so, anyway. Thank you. I think we're at like 150 grand. Okay, so we have about then 600,000 to go. 600,000 bells of fishing in one stream. Camera's not on. Oh, it popped. There it is. Hi. Hi. How's everyone doing? I'm Dagnel, and we're gonna fish, and that's the wrong thing. And I'm going to close that, get the timer started, and we're gonna go. We're gonna go. I want to see what this is. I've been looking at this thing for the entire, like, 15 minutes since I started sitting at this dock. Wouldn't it be funny if I missed? And we never found out? Ha! Not gonna happen. What is this? Tuna! I'll take a tuna. Dude, absolutely. 100%. I didn't know tuna could spawn right now. Oh! Great! Okay, cool. I didn't know tuna could spawn right now, genuinely. I don't know why, but I was like... Blue marlin or coelacanth are the only two options. No. Do not be stupid. Now is this... Now I gotta redo my eye, because I'm like, that's a sea bass now. That's not big. That's a size 1. I don't think anything size 1 could be very good. We're looking for big boys, coelacanths, blue marlins, apparently tunas. And we're looking for size 3s, red snappers, blowfishes, and barred knife jaws. We're not looking for size 1s. And then we're also looking for sturgeons in the river mouth. Those are the big things that we're looking for during this time. And I think that it's kind of at the point now where I can focus more on just getting the fish that I need, now that I have the 100 total catch requirements to be able to have everything to spawn. I can focus more on the fish that I need rather than just catching everything to get to that 100 fish caught. So, if it's not one of the sizes that I know can be good, I don't even think I'm going to bother. See, but now I'm not good at telling the sizes, so I think this is big, though. This is huge. This could be coelacanth, maybe. No. Just going by the vibrating controller, no, those vibrations were not nearly strong enough. I don't know why I'm so bad at telling in this game. Snapper-sized. Oh, isn't snapper size like 1 less than sea bass, actually? So I guess we're looking for that, too. Hi, first stream. Hi. So kind of the final mile. Oh, we're definitely on, like, the home stretch. I mean, if you look at how much I paid this total challenge versus how much I have left. We're definitely in the home stretch, but it's not going to be an easy home stretch, you know, so it's very much still quite the task. Do you use the don't look, only sound cues fishing trick? I do. If I don't, like, close my eyes, you'll usually see me, like, looking up at my wall or something blank and neutral. Nothing to distract me. I can simply focus.
Oh, but see now, I'm like, that looks fucking big, but it could just be the direction that he's...
I don't know. Okay, well, I think that actually was big after getting a second glance at it, but it doesn't matter now because I freaked out too much about it. I have 8 friends online. Beat that! And I have 26 friend requests. Why is it telling me that now after I've been online for... I've been online since before I started the stream. That was a coelacanth. Yeah, I think I know. Thank you, though. Thank you. Stream is keeping me from losing my mind while sewing baseball batting cages. You're sewing baseball batting cages. What a hobby. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's what you don't want when it's size 3. Excited for no classes this week so I can catch the stream. I am the professor. Wow, that's usually quite the novel perspective. Usually I get the perspective of the student who does not want to go to class this week. But what's good, professor? Hi, Dag. Awesome, I can catch your stream again. Yeah, good to have you here. Good to have everybody here. I hope you're all doing well. Nah, nothing up there. My pun. Oh, that was a coelacanth. Oh, okay. You're saying, like, it's a coelacanth. Like, be a coelacanth. Think positive. Right. That's like the pun in the game, though, isn't it? That's like the pun when you catch one. I wouldn't know because I haven't been able to catch one. Which debt are you on now? Fish, 758,000. And, by the way, if you're curious, we will be selling to CJ whenever we get the chance. This is November... at 9 p.m. Sela shouldn't. Yeah. Oh, also, I guess you can get dabs. Damn. Okay. Tragic. That's not big. They're, like, long, man. I don't know. In previous games, it was way easier to tell what's huge because they made them, like, super long. In this game, they make them, like, a little bit longer, but it's not that much bigger. Oh, you found a rainy day with CJ. No, we know of a day with a fishing tournament, and after participating in a round of a fishing tournament, you can then sell your fish in your pocket. So I just have to sit there, do the fishing tournament. Oh, you know what? I can get barrel eye. I can get barrel eye. I can get barrel eye. It might waste a lot of horse mackerel, time catching horse mackerels, trying to get a barrel eye, but I can get a barrel eye. I don't know, man. Is that worth looking through every freaking horse mackerel to see if any of them are going to be barrel eyes? That seems like a lot. That seems like a lot. That seems like you're going to waste a lot of time just catching horse mackerels and not barrel eyes. But yeah, CJ doesn't come on rainy days? I don't feel like that's true. Is that true? Wouldn't that be the best day for him to come? Hey, there we go. That's what we're also looking for. That's red snapper sized. Wouldn't that be a great day for him to come to your island? A rainy day? Great for fishing? Coelacanth potential? Why are you trying to catch a barrel eye? 'Cause it's worth a lot of money! Why wouldn't you try to catch one? Is that true, though? He won't come on a day that it's raining? That doesn't sound right. I feel like I've seen him on rainy days. Yeah, I also feel like I've seen him on rainy days. That doesn't feel true. That sounds like misinformation. I don't know why an NPC would be restricted from spawning during rain, especially the very one that would probably benefit the most from there being rain. I've seen him on rainy days. He even has a line like, people say he can't fish, it's raining. I say the fish can't tell. Yeah, something like that, right? He has a whole rain-specific fish. Yeah. Aren't barrel eye size 1 like the small guys? No, they're size 2 like horse mackerels. Your streams have been the best thing about my day. Thank you. Hey, I'm glad that they're nice to you. I'm glad that they're good for you. feel like I've been jumbling words more lately, like stuttering and stumbling. Flick on a rainy day would suck. If there was one NPC that I would think, yeah, wouldn't spawn on a rainy day, it would be Flick. Or maybe Celeste for some reason. I don't know why, but I feel like Celeste wouldn't spawn on a rainy day because, like, you can't get shooting stars. Makes sense, right? Bang, that's a coelacanth right there. There's a coelacanth. Okay. Alright. Better. Better. Be positive. Be a coelacanth.
Hola.
Hola.
Still catching up on the VODs, just popped in to say heyo and happy Saint Paddy's Day everyone.
Happy St. Paddy's Day. Is that... Wait, no, you didn't say St. Patty... You didn't say St. Paddy's Day. He said St. Paddy's Day. Happy St. Paddy's Day. I actually like that better, though. Thank you, Keekers, for the 25 months. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. Baddies Day. Happy Baddies Day, everyone. I hope everyone is bad as hell today. Because it's St. Baddies Day. Damn it, man. Where the hell am I? Barred Knife Jaws. Where the hell am I friggin... Not red snappers. Barred Knife Jaws are the only size 3 that I want. See, that's... Okay, maybe I'm getting better. Because I'm pretty sure that that's a sea bass. And I was 100% confident that coelacanth was a big boy. Which I'm usually not. But then I always say I'm getting better at telling the difference. And then something happens and I don't tell the difference. And I'm like, nope, never mind. Finally, some recognition, yeah. One second. Why is my ship buffering? Okay, never mind. We're good. I hear 2 squirters next to me. I think there might have been 3 squirters all around me there. And if you're wondering why I'm catching bait, because I want to use that to try to get a sturgeon from the river mouth. I just filled out the March Madness bracket. Well, I'm streaming, so give me a minute. I will see it, as long as you posted it right, and we'll get to it. Suckers as well. You there. Can you be a barred knife chop for me, please? He saw that bobber a little too easily. Yeah. I remember when I was 6 and it was a Paddy's Day parade as an Irish dancer. I was freezing that day. I got a hot chocolate. Yeah, dude, like, I wouldn't want to be going out there in a parade right now. I know that there's like a big blizzard going on in the Midwest. I think that we're getting like the residue of that. And I look outside and it's windy as hell. There's a bunch of snow that fell yesterday. I wouldn't want to be going out doing a parade, man. I'll tell you that much right now. I would not want to be out in a freaking parade. You people are crazy, though. If you're out there doing it, more power to you. Red snapper. Football fish is actually worse than red snapper. Red snapper is the one that you want on that size fish, if I stop fucking missing them. How much bait do I have? Okay, I'm almost full, so let's start making our bait. Have you looked into testing the best bug/fish tournament scores? Essentially a way to catch the most critters in the 3-minute limit? Well, you'd probably just want to have enough bait to last you all 3 minutes. Not miss anything during that 3 minutes with all that bait. I'm sure that you could get over 10 easily if you just had bait and it was somewhere nearby the starting point so that you could get there immediately as soon as it starts and not waste any time. I'm sure that you could probably get like 10 to 15 maybe. I don't know what the max is. Is there like are there people that try to get the max and there's like a record or something? I don't think we want anything that isn't sturgeon sized. The river's not very good right now. That's not sturgeon sized. The pikes are okay. Worth catching, but that's about it. And I think that might be a pike, so that's like the bare minimum kind of thing that I'd be willing to catch. What's up, talk so loud? No, because I'm a Floridian, and why was it 80 degrees yesterday, and now it's in the mid-50s? Oh, break out the winter jacket. Mid-50s. Yeah, crazy temperature swing. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, Dag, did you catch any good fish already? I did get a coelacanth, so that was pretty cool. And also a tuna to start the stream. Too damn cold in Florida as someone also in Florida? Bro, come on now. It got down to damn 20 degrees today. I'm like, come on, man. This is January shit. This ain't March shit. Lousy smarch weather. Not a single sturgeon, huh? You're an asshole. What the hell else was everything else that was spawning? One pike out of all that? That's pathetic. I keep forgetting y'all are Fahrenheit. Oh yeah, just a casual 50 degrees, like the temperature that you're slow baking something in the oven. I don't even know if that was true, actually. I thought that was red snapper. See, this is how fucked up I am. $85 in Cali. I'm finally gonna put the long jorts away. I don't know, man. You might want to break them back out when it hits 62 or something like that. You might want to bust out the fucking Patagonias once it hits 62 again. Currently minus 12 in Winnipeg, and that's pretty good. Yeah, like, dude, I don't know, man. We all have to bow down to the person who lives in Winnipeg. That's miserable as far as, like, weather. And also, I don't know. I don't know anything about your city, but I don't hear great things. It's the butt of many a sitcom joke, but I hope it's actually nice, just not the weather. Yeah, 62, man. You wouldn't be going to school in 62. They'd be like, no, dude, you can't be outside. You're gonna freeze. You're gonna freeze to damn death. You're not going out, no 62. We have nice summers, but the winters are brutal. Yeah, I'm tired of, like, because I grew up in a place that was nice summers, brutal winters. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. I want tolerable winters and maybe summers that are a bit too hot sometimes. I would take that 100 times out of 100 over nice summers but brutal winters. I would take mild, acceptable winters with summers that may just get a little too toasty sometimes. Maybe you get the occasional, like, rainstorm. I would take that. Wear a damn sweater and you'll be fine. Well, that's what I'm saying, but it's like, no, man, they already put all their damn Patagonias away for the spring. I can't just go breaking that back out. California is what you want. Yeah, I mean, I think I said it earlier in the challenge. I'm like, dude, I think San Diego would be perfect. The only thing I would maybe want is more rain throughout the year instead of just in the winter, but other than that, San Diego is, like, perfect. Portland, Oregon. Yeah, but it doesn't get that hot up there. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe. Don't put winter stuff away until May. That's true. And then also do the thing where you leave yourself a $20 bill in your winter coat pocket. So then when next winter comes around and the seasonal affective disorder starts to, like, bum you out, you can at least be like, oh, look at that. I left a 20 for me. I left a 20 for me. That was really nice of Spring Dagnel. He knew that Fall Dagnel was going to be having a rough time around this time of year. That was really nice of him. I'm glad he did that. What a guy. Here in San Diego, it's going to be 95 today. Fucking beautiful, honestly. Like, genuinely, no bullshit. I want a 95 beaming straight into my skull. I want to use mirrors and reflectors to beam all the sunlight from Earth, collect it into like a 1-inch tube that gets beamed directly into my forehead. I don't know why I'm catching that. That is not anything good. It will, like, melt a hole through my head, through my brain. Do you think that if we reflected all the light on Earth into a, like, 1-inch circle, a 1-inch diameter circle, could we use that ray of light to, like, cut through the very earth? Surely, right? It would certainly go through my skull, but, like, what about the whole earth? Do you think we'd be able to, like, cut the earth in half? Yeah, probably. I got no idea. It's fun to think about, though. Man, barred knife jaw has gone missing. Fuck it, give me 95 Celsius at this point. Bro, sit in your oven. Just sit and get a pan out, put some, like, anti-stick spray on it so you don't stick to it when somebody yoinks you out of there, and then hop in. We can make that happen. Can we now? Like, we have the technology? All that light from where? The sun? Yeah, that's what I said. Take all the sunlight that hits the earth and compress it down into a 1-inch diameter ray, and could it, like, cut through the earth? If we put our hearts together. Oh, you're saying, like, oh, okay. Like, it's like the power of friendship sort of thing. No, I don't. No, that's bullshit. No, that's a bunch of bullshit. What's up, KTMF Real? Glad to have you here. We had KTMF Fake come by earlier today, and it was like, nah, it's a bunch of phony baloney. You're not a real one. I'm glad that we finally got the OG in here, though. Darn. Is this a threat? No, I'm just saying, like, if you want to experience 95, a toasty 95, then you have that luxury. Or sit in, like, a sauna. Saunas get pretty hot, right? I don't think 95 hot, but pretty hot. Dude, isn't it like a extreme sports competition in Finland to sit in a really hot sauna and see how long you last before your organs start to bake? Isn't that a thing in Finland? Competitive sauna sitting? No? Why do you say no to something that you probably didn't even research about? Because I'm pretty sure it is true. I'm asking it mostly as a hypothetical, because I actually do know that this is true. So, I'm kind of sniffing your bullshit out here. That is true. So I don't know why you're just blankly saying no. Sounds like something they would do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. I think saunas are over 100 because hot tubs are usually 101. Fahrenheit, right? Not a thing in Norway, at least? Well, it's a good thing I said Finland, then. No, I'm serious, this is the thing. Finnish people, it's like a sport to sit in a really hot sauna and see how long you last. And, like, multiple people have died doing it. As you'd expect. That's what we're looking for. Yas, yas, more of that, please, yas. Thank you. You aren't lying? I've heard about this too. Yeah. I'm not crazy. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the one doing it. What do you think of the villager Sasha? Fine. I think that before I... What time is it in-game? 9:30. I think that before I go to CJ, I'm going to wait for this entire hour to pass so that it gets to 10 o'clock. Actually, I was doing this at midnight, I remember, last time. Right, because it stops raining at 10 o'clock. And I think once it hits 10, I'll put all the fish that I have in my storage. And then go back. I'm going to do, basically what I want to do is I want to fill my storage up with fish before I go and sell them to CJ. Because CJ is going to make me do a round of the fishing tournament before I can sell to him. So instead of getting like one full inventory and then selling to him, I might as well maximize the amount that I bring to him when I do go to the fishing tournament day. I've been binging your YouTube videos. Glad to catch you live. And glad to have you here. Thank you. Oh, what's this? 1,000 clams dug up? 100? I actually feel like I have way more than 100, but thanks for the 200 miles. You know what's good about the miles and having the miles is when the next debt comes around, the bug segment, I'm going to be looking specifically for... You know what I should have actually done? You know what I should have actually done? Or should have been doing before this? Maybe it's not as big of a deal for the fish as it is for the bugs, but having a lot of miles comes in handy for checking rare Nook Miles islands, because I'm sure a lot of you know there are rare tarantula and scorpion islands, and it would be really easy to do the bug segment on those versus just doing like a regular Nook Miles island and trying to get the palm tree beetles. It would go a lot faster if I got one of either the scorpion or tarantula island. So having, what is it, almost 20,000 bells or 20,000 Nook Miles now can give me 10 tickets to keep rolling a chance of getting the scorpion or tarantula island. There's also a big fish island, which I could have utilized for this segment, but it's a little bit not as good to use Big Fish Island, because big fish they're not necessarily good. Like a sea bass is a big fish. There is a fin island, though, actually, isn't there? Do you think I should, like, try to roll for Fin Island? Although I don't think I can get it right now during this time of the year. I can only get it in summer, because that's the only time that sharks spawn. What are the odds of Fin Island? What are the odds of Fin Island? Is it just 1%? Yeah, we like gambling. I'd rather gamble more for the bugs, because that's going to be, I think, a bit more worth my time. I don't know, because that's a bigger debt. And I feel like filling my inventory up with tarantulas or scorpions would be way better. I don't know, though. Maybe I'll save them for bugs, considering I've already started doing it here, fish, so, I don't know. I don't really want to go back to summertime just to check for that, but it's fine. Okay. What segments do you have left? I'm working on fish, 748,000 bells. And then I have bugs, which is... What was it? Like 1.24 million something? And then turnips, 2.4 million something. So, a ways to go still. But, I don't know. Just looking at what I have in my inventory right now, selling to CJ, that might be a pike, which is okay. No, I actually don't even think that's a pike. I think it's a black bass. So looking at what I have in my inventory right now, there's a lot of things that I don't want, but there's a lot of things that might sell for a decent amount too. 0.5% to 1% chance to get to Fin Island. Why the difference? Out of curiosity. I thought it was one or the other. I didn't know it could be one or the other. Nice, that's what we're looking for. Man, that thing does not come around nearly as often as I thought. I've caught like 10 size 3 things. And that was only the first one that was actually a barred knife jaw. And that's making me think that it's not really worth my time to add some whimsy. That's what Google said. Oh, is that what the Google AI response said? Because I don't trust that. Although I did think it was one or the other. I just like, you know, not that it makes a big difference. 0.5% and 1% if I'm only going to roll like a maximum of... Nah, right, gamers? That's not it, right? No, that's not coelacanth. No. Somebody who actually knows, like for real knows, can tell me, but I don't think it was. It's ready to watch it roll over to 90 hours like it's New Year's. Yeah, only 27 and a half minutes to go. Hour 100 is going to go crazy, because I kind of don't have a doubt in my mind that we're going to hit it at this point. It's going to be close. It really will be close, and I think it's going to come down to the absolute nitty-gritty of how good my turnips are. I think it's going to come down to how good my turnips are. If my turnips are good, then maybe we can do it in under 100. But, I mean, as well, if bugs and fish don't go too well. Fish is going okay. It's just not incredibly fast going. It's also just a big debt, so I don't know. We'll see. Nokopedia says 0.5%. It can only be visited once per day. Yeah, okay. I don't think 0.5% is really worth the time to try to roll for. I think Scorpion and Tarantula Island, one or the other. Now, this is another thing I want somebody to look up. I think one of either Tarantula Island or Scorpion Island is a 2%, and the other is 1%. Can somebody, if that is true, tell me which one is 2%? I have this written down in my document. I guess I just want to refresh myself. Yeah, 1 in every 200 islands, you would expect that? Nah, that ain't gonna happen. Tarantulas. You saying tarantulas are the 2%? Because they're both worth 8,000, so if it is all things equal, I would rather do the Tarantula Island then. Okay. In that case, I guess that's what we'll look out for. And tarantulas spawn. I actually think tarantulas can spawn right now. I just can't, you know, actually catch them right now, so it would be worthless to get it right now. The 1% was pre-nerf when they removed hybrid islands. Spider islands were made 0.5%. Spider islands? I don't think spider islands are 0.5%. There's like one, I think fin islands 0.5%, and then there's one island that's Gold Nugget Island, where there's one rock that gives you only gold nuggets, and then it's also Scorpion Island, I think. Ooh, that was close. I think that the Gold Nugget Island is also a Scorpion Island, which is why it's 0.3%, because that's, like, insanely valuable. Imagine if I hit that. Ooh, that'd be crazy. The gold nuggets are actually scorpion eggs. I was gonna say, do they lay eggs? That seems right, though. That seems correct enough. When you start searching for Scorpion Island, you could happen to find Fin Island. You could utilize it since it's a previous method. That's true! That is true, right? Although, I would kind of feel bad if I was like, alright guys, we're going to do bugs now, and then I happen to run into a Fin Island, and I'm like, never mind, we're going to keep fishing. And completely take away from the initial focus of what that debt was going to be in the first place, to be like... Then again, I mean, like, would I really look the gift horse in the mouth in that case? You gave me a gift. Who am I to say no? Who? I missed the hybrid islands. Yeah, why did they take those out as well? They took out... So they had one low percentage island that was a hybrid flower island. And they took it out. I think in the 1.2 update they took it out. And it's like, why? That was fun. People got that island and they were like, yippee, I have fun with this. This is a fun mechanic to this game. And then they took it away. Happy Cinco de Mayo? Get out of here. You actually got me looking at the clock. You actually had me looking at my calendar. Like, no, man, it can't be St. Patty's Day / St. Batty's Day and also Cinco de Mayo. You get out of here. Goofing me up. Yeah, the game can't be too fun, unfortunately. Darn. There's a lot of islands. I feel like a lot of the fun / cool ones are rare, and it makes it less fun. I mean, I don't mind the fact that there's good islands that are rare to find. I just don't know why you would get rid of one of the ones that was a low percentage chance that people just probably enjoyed. Seems really weird. I think this is a sea bass, but I just was checking. Yeah, or that. So people buy Nintendo Online? What, to trade hybrid flowers? Honestly, like... I don't really see that being... I don't know. I don't think Nintendo has the numbers in front of them. But how many new Nintendo Online subscriptions did people buy because they took out hybrid flower islands in an effort to make it so that people bought Nintendo Online to trade the hybrid flowers instead. Like, that is... I don't know if you can really put a number on how much that actually did, but I can't imagine it would be too much. That's the only reason I can think of. I mean, like, that's fair enough. And I guess I'm just like, if that really is the reason, it's like, man, I cannot imagine that being a very good one. You know what it probably also has the effect of people modding their Switches, which we also know that Nintendo doesn't want people to do, so... It's like, I feel like you're not gonna win, you know? In this situation, if you are Nintendo. I feel like you're not gonna win. What's, like, worthless? What's more worthless between a zebra turkey fish and a dab? Like, which one would I be more inclined to throw away? I think they wanted the hybrids to be more rare. It's too easy to get them from islands. Yeah, but it didn't even have, like... It didn't even have super rare flowers. I remember it having, like, orange and pink roses, which all things considered are not very hard hybrid flowers to get. It didn't even have very hard ones to get. So, I also don't really understand that reason, if that was the reason. I appreciate that they're trying to make it so that it's a difficult mechanic to solve for people. I actually like that. That's not me being sarcastic or anything. I like how they make it the hybrids harder and harder. It seems contradictive compared to my Blue Rose video, where I was like, what the hell? But that went wrong for a lot of reasons, not Nintendo's fault. I like it. But also... I also recognize that the player base is not made up of people like me. They're made up of people who don't have the patience to do that. Don't have the time commitment with which to breed a blue rose without time traveling because they're busy. And they don't do this game as their job. So, sure, how about for those people, make it a little bit easier by giving them a rare island that they only find every, you know, once in a blue moon anyway. Dab is 300, Zebra's 500. Alright, cool. And it's like, they're just gonna go to Treasure Islands. But yeah, you need... As far as Nintendo's concerned, I don't know if they have a big problem with Treasure Islands, because people need to buy Nintendo Online to host and to go to them. So, do they honestly really care about Treasure Islands? I don't really think they should. Thanks for the 7-stream watch streak, Mayaki. No. I could be scaring away coelacanths, man. For all I know, I could be. It's impossible to tell. I did blue roses properly on my main Switch. I just want to own that funny orange roses from the hybrid islands that can magically make blue. That is true. I think the orange roses on those islands were able to make blue roses, but I feel like that's you can go about if you really want to make blue roses specifically rare. Then just change the kinds of orange roses that were on that island. That would have been probably the much easier thing to do. I don't know. Whatever. It's not a big deal. It's something that maybe 5 people in the world have ever been mad at, and I'm one of them. Get out of here. Get out of here. Alright. Last bait session, then I'm going to run all these fish over to my inventory. And then I'm going to go to midnight, where hopefully it rains for longer than 1 hour. Because this rain is looking like it's going to dissipate. And it will. I know for a fact it will. What are we mad about today? Oh, there used to be this island in the game, Mystery Nook Miles Island, whatever you want to call them, that had hybrid flowers on it. And Nintendo inexplicably in the 1.2 update got rid of it, because I guess that would be too fun, or too easy for people to get blue roses from, and so they simply could not let people have that fun. That simply would not fly. I'd be mad at everything. I do be getting mad at things sometimes, and I'm like, wait. This is not a big deal. This isn't a big deal. That's one of those things. However, I'm also trying to be entertaining on a stream about Animal Crossing, so being mad about an Animal Crossing problem, I guess, is relatable. Oh, thanks, Annika, for the 10 months. The alert didn't play. Let's do this again, because it seems like that fixes it. I don't know why that's doing it so often, though. It's kind of annoying. But anyway, thank you for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. I'll take a pike, I guess. No, that's not a pike. Never mind. They took them out for the genetic stuff. Like, you know how seed bags have different hybrid odds than natural island flowers? I feel like that's why they took them out. Right, because somebody said that the orange roses have a good chance of making blue roses. And because of their genetic makeup. But my thing is that why can't you just change the genetic makeup of those orange hybrids to where they could only make, I don't know, more orange hybrids or a bunch of other things that aren't that interesting? Instead of making it so that they're an easy path to blue roses, if that is their concern. And I don't know if it is, because I'm not Nintendo, despite how much people ask me when the next Animal Crossing game's gonna come out. I guess it's not that often that that happens, but people ask me questions sometimes, and I'm like, only Nintendo can answer this. I don't know who you think I am. Oh wait, where's my house? Yeah, okay, never mind. I don't know who you think I am, but I'm just Joe Blow, man, like the rest of you. Nintendo's odd. Yeah, I think I'm Mr. Nintendo. Alright, I'll put all these away, even if it is useless. Like the dab, I think somebody said was only 300, so it's like, I don't really know if it's worth keeping a bunch of dabs. How much storage room do I even have? 400? Oh, okay. More than enough to keep all these, though. I mean, there's a decent bit of things in here that are worth an okay amount. John Nintendo. Yeah, I don't know. What are we up to? Are we turniping yet? No, we got a ways to go before we're turniping. Fishing for right now. The boot is loot. I just really want to get it out of there. Alright, now we'll go to midnight. So the 3rd. And yeah, top of the hour. You got roaches. Yeah, so. They've shown the ability to change things like that before. They deleted the star fragment trees and removed items from the 4th layer. I don't know why they can't change rose genetics. I mean, they certainly can change rose genetics. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I also know that they can do that, so it's like, why don't they? Well, I don't know. Also, did they remove star trees, or did they just make it so that... I thought, in my head, it was just they started to take action on people who had star trees in their dream islands. Because star trees were never a thing in the game. They were a hacked item that people were able to spawn in. They weren't actually a thing, so saying that they removed them is a bit misleading because they never actually really did have them in the game. But if you modded your Switch, then you were able to make something. I think you were able to make anything on a tree. It doesn't necessarily have to be star fragments. Just anything could be put on a tree. You could have like fish on a tree if you wanted. Maybe. I actually don't know if that's true. Hey. So I thought that they just made it so that they started banning dream addresses that used modified items. Me when I'm a Madagascan hissing cockroach. There's a cockroach that hisses? Oh. Get me the fuck out of Madagascar. Sea bass tree. Yeah. I feel like you could have made one of those if you really wanted to. Give me that barrel eye. Nah. Yeah, I've held one before. They do hiss. Bro, put that down, man. What are you doing? Unhand that thing right now. They're cool guys. I'm glad that you guys enjoy a hissing cockroach. Somebody's gotta love them, right? Even the hissing cockroaches. Somebody's gotta like them. I swear science teachers always had those. Bro, what are you talking about? A science teacher come rolling in with a hissing cockroach.
Happy St. Patty's Day, chat smile.
Happy St. Patty's Day. Keep slaying. Thanks for the 2 months, Meadow Class. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emotes and enjoy your ad-free viewing. Red snapper, hopefully. It's St. Patty's Day. Don't forget to be yourself. Ooh, that also is good. Every guy is someone's favorite. That is true. I don't know, though. Is somebody's favorite bug some, like... I don't know, like newly discovered species that maybe only 15 people ever have heard about? I mean, I guess maybe it's special to the guy that discovered them, but what if you've also discovered like 1,000 bugs, and this is just like another day in the office? So yeah, actually, counterpoint, I don't think that's true. Because, like, yeah, maybe the guy who found it, but what if, like, I don't know, what if the dude finds new bugs all the time? That's, I don't know, entomologist, and that's specifically his job. I heard science teacher in the background. I was like, why are you talking about me? Yeah, anyway, fucking science teachers. I had this one physics teacher in high school, and he smelled like shit. Actually, though, that is true. I was leading into a joke to be like, yeah, anyway, guys, fuck science teachers, right? But actually, I had one that smelled really bad. I would tell you his name, because it's really funny, his name, but I feel like you could find him if I did. I feel like you could find him, and I'm not going to do that now. Because if you could find him, you could probably find me. And if you find me and you show up at my door, I'm going to be very scared. DDoS the nerd. Stinky nerd, dude. He, like, I swear to God, he, like, did not use deodorant. It was the worst thing in the world. Just, like, pure BO, man. Like, I don't know. Sometimes people smell like cigarettes, for example, if they smoke a lot of cigarettes. I don't like it by any means, but the worst smell that something can smell like is just straight BO. Like, unshowered ass. Cigarettes is... it's not fine, but it's fine in comparison. Mr. Stinky was his name. No, his name was weirdly tied in to his self. I don't know if that makes sense. But, yeah, it wasn't Mr. Stinky. It could have been, though. It should have been. Boy, howdy. Yeah, that was bad. I had a science teacher named Miss Stank. I had a teacher named Miss Issue. She didn't like me. I guess you could say I was a bit of an issue. No, actually, I think... I don't know. Any of you, like, late 20s, early 30s, and you still think about some teacher that didn't like you 20 years ago or something, and you're like, man, fuck that guy. Is this now the longest challenge ever? Is 100% web fishing still beating it? Still 100% web fishing for the moment, but this one will be by the end of it, yeah. I'm just hoping to get it under 100 hours at this point. Fuck! It's not gonna help if I do that. I'm in my 40s and I think of that. Yeah. Miss Hoover. You wretched bitch. What an asshole. That's me. Not with Miss Issue. I had a 6th grade teacher. Also, I had Miss Issue in 6th grade. 6th grade was not good for me. I had 2 teachers that did not like my ass. And I think about both of them. I'm like, man, if only I could fucking clean your clock one day. I had an English teacher that was sure I would fail my exam. I told her I passed my exam and her jaw dropped to the floor. At least you get that, like, fuck you moment of retribution. Where it's like, oh, totally pwning the teacher for proving them wrong. I never got to friggin' clean Miss Issue's clock. I never got to rub it in her face that I'm a YouTuber with, I don't know, 200-something thousand subscribers. Yeah, that'll show her. That'll show her. Darn. My 5th grade teacher was the most universally hated teacher I ever met. Kindergartners nicknamed her Mrs. Mean. Do you think she like embraced that though? She was like, yeah, I'm the bad guy. I'm Miss Mean. You're gonna be scared. She like points to all the 4th graders and is like, you're gonna have to deal with me next year, Miss Mean. I had one, my all-time least favorite teacher, who I will not reveal the name of because it is, I feel like it's the only person I've ever met with this last name, which means I don't know if I should go around saying that. I don't know if I should go saying it anyway, even if it was like Miss Smith, but at least that could fall into, you know, obscurity. Like, you're never gonna find Miss Smith, right? Probably. I don't know why I thought this was big. I'm just fucked up, I guess. Yes, guys, let's name drop. Let's not name drop our past teachers, please. Oh, I thought you were like hyping them up, like, yeah, guys, come on, share them, share them, share them. I misread that. I didn't see the not. But oh my God, 7th grade. Damn, I was thinking about it. I'm like, I had a really rough 2 years between 6th and 7th grade because I also had her in 8th grade as well. But I feel like it's weird. Like, the 7th and 8th grade English teacher respected the 8th graders more than the 7th graders. They saw it as like a hierarchy. So once I was an 8th grader, she was like, whatever. But she made my 7th grade hell. She hated me, man. What is it with middle school English teachers? Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like they could be really nice, or just like the most wicked person in the world. But I suppose that's true probably for any kind of teacher. It just, I don't know, it felt extra true for English teachers. They're so persnickety. I feel like that's part of it. Because English is just that way. My gym teacher, I remember telling my gym teacher I want to be a doctor, and he laughed and said never. What a great way of instilling confidence in the youth. What a fantastic way to make the youth feel good about themselves, about the world, knowing that the world is out to get them and nobody believes in you. All my gym teachers were insanely sexist. I actually had a woman gym teacher my entire elementary and middle school, and she was great. I loved her. She'd be like, yeah, I don't know what to fucking do today. Play dodgeball. And we would play dodgeball. And it was like, yes, man. Shout out Miss Morgan. I'll say her name because she was great. Miss Morgan. She was great. Come on. Come on. You gonna be a 5-biter? What's up, Kieran? I feel like some people forget that the children are people too. Yeah, I don't know. You just... It's always the older ones who are more jaded from doing it for years. It's like doctors, you know? Old doctors, I feel like, sort of care about their patients a bit less and less because they get more jaded and... I mean, good doctors don't. This is something that happens to somebody who loses their, like, humanity over time. But it's just people who have been dealing with the same crap for 40 years or however many. And, you know, they're just... I lose patience with you guys, because I've been doing this not nearly for 40 years, but, you know, I also get annoyed sometimes. And that's fine. It happens to everybody. So people could probably say a lot of the same things about me, so I don't know. Oh, okay. Does handling Twitch chat feel like handling an elementary school classroom? I mean, I want to say yes as a joke, but no, because I have the disconnect at least of I can turn off my stream whenever I want. A teacher cannot turn off the classroom, send everybody home, and be like, no, I'm done. You guys, yeah, you crossed the line today. I'm done. A teacher does not have the ability to do that. I have the ability to do that. I'm very thankful for the ability to do that. If I didn't have the ability to do that, I probably wouldn't do this as nearly as often. But if you guys are running amok, driving me bonkers, I can be like, bye. It does feel, in a way, though, that way, because I get a lot of people who I assume are not elementary aged in this chat, who begin to start acting like they are, because they are in the anonymous interspace of a Twitch stream, relatively anonymous anyway. And so you can act all unprofessional, unbecoming of somebody that I think you would act in real life. So there's a bit of regression in the behavior, but that's okay, because that's probably also true for me. You think I act like I do on stream? No, I don't say a damn word. I don't do nothing. Rats. Thinking about they're saying rats when things inconvenience me in real life? Actually, yeah, I do that. I do that. That's not a good example. Who up with wisdom tooth pain? Not me, actually. I have looked at the x-rays of my teeth before, and my wisdom teeth are there, and they're, like, sideways. But my doctor/orthodontist was like, hey, man, as long as it doesn't hurt nothing, as long as it's not doing anything to cause you pain. And I'm like, it looks painful to look at. But he's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. They just sit there. They don't really do anything. So it's fine, I guess. He's the expert, not me. I'm like, geez, I would see that, and I'd be like, nah, we gotta get that fixed. There ain't no way that's no fucking barrel eye. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Ads right now? Dude, I don't... Do you guys think that I purposely ran ads 10 seconds before it ticked over to 90 hours so that you weren't able to be there to witness it being 90 hours? Do you think that I did that on purpose? Because I did. Fuck you. Yeah, but happy 90 hours, everyone. May this not go a further 10 hours. We are creeping into uncharted territory. For only one challenge of mine has previously reached 90 hours. And it was the web fishing 100% video. We're probably going to beat that. I'm hoping to do this in less than 100, though. I don't know. Let's see. We'll see. I didn't think that this was going to be nearly anywhere close to that. I don't know, man. I guess I forgot how much money making's a grind when you don't just use turnips. 2 more hours till we break the web fishing record. I thought the web fishing was 96 hours, but maybe you're right. I honestly don't remember too well. I don't remember too well. What's up, Trump fan? I've been watching your videos while drawing. I noticed that you were live. Thank you for helping me focus. Hey, glad to have you here. Thank you. Enjoy your drawing. If you start streaming around 11 p.m., we can find out if over under 100 hours. If I start my stream at 11 p.m., yeah, I don't, first of all, I don't really know what you mean. Second of all, no, I'm not going to stream at damn 11 p.m. Unless it's the release of the next Animal Crossing game. I think would be the only reason I would do that. That'd be the only reason. Oh, rats. What can I drop? I guess that for right now. Oh, mole rats. Yeah, I don't even know if it's worth catching these damn horse mackerels. I have so many of these things and no barrel eyes, so I'm starting to think no. I'm starting to think it's not. Went fishing 100% took 94 hours, 42 minutes, and 48 seconds. Okay, so we won't pass that today. But we will definitely pass it in general. For sure. No world that I finish this in another 4 and however many hours. Are you redoing fishing / museum run with the new update? No, no reason to, really. I think that it's fine to just not do it again just because it would be more convenient, I guess. I mean, I could take a lot of time off of that run. Not only with just what the new update added, but also with just being better at the game than I was, like, 5 years ago. Or something like that. There's plenty of time that I could probably knock it down, like, 20 hours if I really wanted to. So, I could have done it before. I just don't think that it's something that would be as fun to do a second time. I don't think that people would remember it as fun. I don't know. I think that it's not something I just want to do again because it's a popular video. You know, it feels like double dipping, you know? Hyped for a 5-hour Dagnel video. I hope this shit is not 5 hours, man. Oh my god. There's a lot of, like, not very entertaining things that I'll definitely be skipping pretty heavily through. Like, how many times can you see me catch a sturgeon before you're like, alright, come on, get to the part where you just pay the stupid debt off, right? What's up, Moa Bear? So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't really want to do it again. The museum, that is. I'd rather do the one museum I haven't done yet, and that's Wild Worlds. I gotta do Wild Worlds. And that's gonna be the next one I do. Sometime this year, but I don't know when. Maybe that'll be the next big video I start planning. After taking a little sabbatical, after this challenge is done. I don't know, no promises though. I don't like promising things, but I can at least start doing research on it. How to most optimally do it. And even that will not be very optimal. Darn. Has anyone done a Wild World full museum speedrun of some sort? Like on speedrun.com, is there a category extension or something that's the museum? So I'd be curious to see how they do it. Dag, my mom says hi. Hi! I'm gonna miss the frequent streams after this challenge, but it's totally valid to you to take a break. Yeah, I am like... When I find myself consecutively, like, streaming consecutive days in a row, I feel like every subsequent stream is a little bit lower and lower energy, which is just a little bit worse and worse and worse, and it just doesn't... It gets to a point where it doesn't really meet my standards anymore. So I feel like... When I take breaks from streaming, I come back, and those are, like, good streams, typically. More often, anyway. Than ones where I... You know, it's like the 5th day in a row that I streamed. It feels stupid to say, because it's like, oh, wow, you're getting burnt out of your sitting on your ass and talking job. But, I don't know. If an entertainment threshold is to be met, I don't feel like it's met as easily when I do it too many days in a row. Or if I do take small days off in between... Like, what has this been? Almost 1.5 months, if not basically 1.5 months since starting this challenge. Is like, I've done a lot of streaming these past 1.5 months. Boy, howdy, I'd probably say about 90 hours worth of it if I had to just throw a random, completely off-the-wall guess out there. It's not a lot, maybe? If you compare it to, like, I work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. So I've been working friggin' 240 hours in that same time. But I don't know. It's a bit different. It's not. It's a bit different. You're going to take a break from streaming to watch Akron win it all? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even have the Zips exiting the round of 64. But I would be happy to be proven wrong. Gotta be honest with you, I'm not big on the Zips this year. I finally got the golden trout. Congratulations. What about the Zaps? They did not qualify this year. Only the Zips. Hi chat, how are y'all? I'm currently I'm currently cuddling my fat feline son. Oh. Yeah, I'm doing alright. I don't know. Is that big? I don't know. I'm terrible. I'm the worst, dude. I'm literally the worst. I don't know. I'm literally the worst. Dag, do you watch anime? Nope. Sorry. 40 hours a week at the Walmart. Yeah, I think somebody who works 40 hours a week at the Walmart works a hell of a lot faster than I do, or better, more than I do. Does a much harder job. And it's like, I look at that person, I'm like, damn, and I'm burnt out from streaming like 15 hours a week? Get over yourself. Get over yourself. But there is a difference. A small one, albeit, but a difference. Actually, Mahi and Trevally spawn until October, actually. So no, I don't think that can be one. I wanted to say November. They spawn until November, but no, I don't think that's true. I think it's May to October. Well, yeah, I guess you could favorite it too. God, I got a little like button sequencing all wrong here. It's comparing apples to oranges, but if I was live streaming at the rate Dag does, I would burn out from using so much social battery. It does drain the old social battery. Yeah, for sure. And sometimes it's not always completely recharged by the time you want to stream the next day, you know? And it's like, man, I don't got no freaking things to talk about today. What the heck is there to talk about today? I think that's just a pike, but whatever. Fish? You want to talk about fish? We got a damn, like, oh, look, it's a pike. We've only seen it, like, 5 times now. Ow, look at that. I get sick of talking to customers after 3 minutes. I respect the streaming grind so much. At least that's one customer versus a plethora of different people chatting in my chat. At least if I get tired of one of you. You, by the way. Not you, like the person whose comment this originally stemmed from, but like you, the person who I am specifically referring to that I get tired of. Which is actually nobody in particular, but I just kind of want to freak you guys out a little bit. You, when I get tired of you saying stuff, I can be like, alright, anyone else got something novel and interesting going on? It's me. It's not you, Trash Hag, don't worry. It's not Trash Hag. Instead of having chat up, have the Wikipedia article up for fish and then read that. That's actually pretty interesting. I could be like, oh, this was discovered in 1904 by a guy named Reginald Barber. In the off the coastal waters of Chile. By John Fish, yeah. The zebra turkeyfish, the reason why it is black and white striped is because it's actually in jail. It's known as the jailfish in Australia. He's a bandit. That's actually true, by the way. As a bartender, ban 99% of them. Ban 99% of my chat? Is that what you're saying? Jeez, if I had to ban 99% of you, I wonder who would remain. Because, like, that might even be some of my mods, you know? Like, 99%? Would my mods even, like... Because I would think, like, priority number 1, real people that I know. They have to stay. Priority number 2, my mods. But I feel like 99% is so many that some of my mods might even get cut off. Me? No, maybe. I don't know. I would try to save you. Ooh, nice. Look at that. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Only Bonnie would survive. Yeah, I think so, honestly. Maybe I'd have to have like a mod fight to the death or something like that. Where you guys... Do I need to describe what happens in a fight to the death? Read the box, man. Mod Hunger Games, yeah. Is it too early to bring up the stingray that killed Steve Irwin or killerfish in general? No, I actually had that scheduled for 3:30. Yeah, it's a little bit early, but yeah, no, I actually checking my book here. I had, hang on, let me look. Maybe I got my appointments wrong here. Let's see here. Ah, see, yes, here. I had the discussion about killer fish, and specifically the stingray that killed Steve Irwin. See, I had that at 3:30. Yeah, so sorry. You're gonna have to wait, actually. Like, that's on, like, my time sheet here. I love the stream tags. What are they? Do they change finally? About time. You're still at large. Oh, so they're the same. Oh. Every time somebody says, like, oh, I love your tags, I'm like, is this finally the time that somebody, or like AI at Twitch finally decided to change them? Nope. Because I don't know, man. I'm thinking about, like, lodging a protest or something. Can I reach the water from here? Oh, nice. Alright, throw all the horse mackerels. And the... Well, yeah, I got more horse mackerels, which I think are 150. Is the lighting weird on your camera? It might just be me. Oh, yeah, it's been weird ever since I hooked it up, where... As long as the sun is out, which it's getting to be later and later these days, which is a good thing. But for as long as the sun is up, I get like a contradicting light on the right side of my head versus the... I have a studio light on the left side of my head, but that's not nearly as bright as the big window that's to the right of my head. And my camera doesn't know what to do, so like sometimes I turn my head like this and it gets really bright, and then sometimes I turn my head like this and it gets kind of darker, or maybe I just sit there and do nothing and it changes one way or the other. Yeah, it's like trying to balance out the light level, but most of the time it just makes it like go in and out all weird. See, like there it gets darker and then a little bit lighter. Like it's trying to overcompensate, and I'd rather it just stay, like even if the lighting's bad, I'd rather it just stay bad, you know? Oh. Hello. You have any blinds? I do, and they're actually closed. It's not all the way closed, but I also don't want it to be, because I also like the light. I like feeling the sun on my skin. It helps like the warts and the barnacles. I really like it. I don't want the sun to go away, because I get sad when the sun goes away. Ooh. Sun, me happy, me like fire. Yeah, basically. It's probably the same part of our brain that the Neanderthals were like, damn, this shit rocks. Alright. More bait time. Man, imagine if I actually had... This is the first challenge that I've played since the update with bulk crafting, which is the first one that I've been really, really able to take advantage of the faster bait crafting. And I gotta say, I do think that I would be... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. How much time would I have wasted compared to the amount of bait, for the amount of bait that I've crafted just in this day alone? The what crafting? Did I hear that wrong? Okay, goodbye. Faster bait. Okay, goodbye. Oh my god, he said faster bait. Alright, see ya. Anyone else? Sickos. Sorry. I actually thought that was a sturgeon. I was like so sure of it. Alright, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna have to go vote for the Illinois primary. I don't know why that's the same energy as when Reggie said, okay, I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS. Okay, I gotta go back to voting for my favorite candidate in the Illinois primary. Thank you. Actually, though, thank you. Thank you for keeping me in the loop. Wow, dude, nice. Rip Reggie? Bro, don't even say that, man. He's alive. He's just at Sega now, which is kind of like... I don't know. The first death... The real death is when you actually die, but your first death is when you go from Nintendo to Sega. Many of us don't experience this phenomenon, but it's actually called, like, first death. What we experience is second death. And then third death is when everyone forgets about you for the last time. He's at Sega? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's D. Yeah, you can find these themes explored in the Disney movie Coco, 2016. This is the barrel eye, though, for real, actually, though. But for real, this one's the barrel eye. Coco gave me depression. Anyone else get that with a movie? I really like Coco. Coco was great. I don't think I can watch it again. I don't think I can watch Coco again. I think I'd be too sad. It's such an emotionally moving movie that I'm like, while I really like it and I enjoyed every second of it, I'm like, I don't think I can watch it again. I don't want to feel those emotions. I'm not like ready right now. I'm not ready. I'd rather not. Rather watch something funny like The Hangover. I don't know. It's a worse movie, but it's funnier. It makes me feel better. The beginning of Up gets me every time. At least that one starts with the heartbreak. And it ends with the feel-good part. Top 3 Disney movie for real is like... It is crazy. They kind of didn't do much in the 2010s. And then just like... I don't know. I feel like the best Disney and Pixar movies were in the 2000s and the 90s. And then it kind of just died after that. But like Coco was their last wheezing breath. Before they haven't made anything good since, except for, what, Inside Out? Didn't do much in the 2010s. They gave us Tangled. Yeah, but maybe I'm just too caught up in the fact that they went from like, bro, they went from like Monsters Inc. to Finding Nemo to The Incredibles to Cars. Is there a greater 4-year stretch of annually released movies from one group than that? I don't really think so. I don't really think so. And it's like, that's the standard that you set, man? I'm like, yeah, Tangled is okay. Princess and the Frog was okay. But it ain't that. Toy Story was the 90s, methinks. Well, it's a good thing I said the 90s then. And I didn't at all ever mention Toy Story. Fast and Furious. Man, which one of those are they on now? Okay. Toy Story made me paranoid as a kid. What, that all your toys were gonna come alive and like start eating you or something? What did it make you anxious about? Fuck, I think that was a barred knife job because that thing was blind. That was stupid. But I'm so stupid. But luckily, we're gonna get bailed out with a barrel eye here. Isn't that incredible? Barrel eye, just 5 days away. Damn it. It's like 9? Bro, it has to be way more than 9 Fast and Furious movies. Nah. Did I just scare you away? The howling wind outside. The ominous bell tolling in the distance. My microwave going off downstairs for some reason. I think it might be my time. I think this might be it for me. It's currently 13 now. What? That's crazy. Would you consider the Switch 2 worth buying? Been mulling it over buying for months. I don't know. You'd have to, like, tell me what you play, and if there's anything that the Switch 2 has to offer. Like, okay, let me ask you something. Oh, Mr. Questions over here. Let me ask you a question. If you were to buy a Switch 2... what would you play for it? What would you play on it that you can't play on the Switch 1? Because the only things I can think are Mario Kart World, and I'm pretty sure most everything else other than that. Is Pokopia Switch 2 exclusive? Pokemon Winds and Waves. Yeah, but that's not out yet, so if you're like, I don't know if I should do it right now, then maybe don't do it right now, because that's not even out yet. Pokopia Switch 2? Okay, so Pokopia Switch 2. What are some other things that are only on Switch 2, and so you can only play them on Switch 2? Because my big thing is, like, if somebody has a Switch 1 and all their favorite things are not Switch 2 exclusives, like you can play it also on the Switch 1, then no, I don't really see a reason. Because I don't think that the Switch 2 editions of Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Animal Crossing New Horizons are worth the upgrades if it means getting a whole new console. If you have the console, fine. It's not too much money, then sure. Oh, DK Bonanza? That's true as well. Yeah. So, I mean, like, yeah. Honestly, nothing. A majority of the games I play are available on Switch 1. My only holdup is, if I'm going to blow the money on the console, I might as well get the new one. Right. Wait, okay, so are you saying you don't have a Switch 1 either? I do not have a Switch 1 either, by the way. I did... okay. It'd be upgrade from a Switch Lite. Oh, well, if you have a Switch Lite, then you do have a Switch. It's just you want something that... I mean, then, okay, so now, follow-up question. Do you value the ability to play it on a big screen, or do you not mind the fact that you only have a handheld? Thanks, Pickled Isaac, for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Again, no alerts. That's pretty cool. It's fine. Surely they'll get it figured out after one more refresh. Surely. Surely. I gotta find a new... Honestly, what other alert alternative is there other than Stream Elements? And don't say Streamlabs. I don't like Streamlabs. Tamagotchi Life is Switch 1? Yeah, so that was one of the ones I was thinking, but that's not going to be just Switch 1 or Switch 2. That could be both. That's the biggest reason why I want one. I'd like to play it on a bigger screen. Then if you don't have a Switch 1 and you're looking to drop the money, you might, honestly, in my position, if I were you, I would probably just get the newer console, because my whole thing about the Switch 2 is that it will be more worth it in time to get the Switch 2, because while there aren't many Switch 2 exclusives that aren't just on the Switch 1 that you can currently play, there will be eventually, as they develop games that require the more, the upgraded hardware. So, even if it's not totally worth it now, but if you don't have one, and you don't have, like, an original Switch, yeah, honestly, go for it. I'd get the Switch 2 then. That's been my same thinking. Well, consider this a vow of I agree with you. I agree with your line of thinking. I'm backing you up here. I actually don't think that was Red Snapper. I think it was too big. Swap. Can I reach the water from here? No. No. What are you, Pipsqueak? What are you, sweet cheeks? Nice. Now I feel bad for calling you sweet cheeks. Now I'm getting barred knifed. I guess I was just getting unlucky at first, because I was getting, like, none of these, man. Wow. Alright, maybe bait, and then do another run to storage, maybe. It's a sweet cheeks. Yeah, I mean, sorry your cheeks look so sweet. I'm sorry you have such a nice tuckus. Are you looking for the coelacanth? Yeah, among other things. No, come on. No, petulant mole rat. Sorry, this is a barrel eye. It's gonna make up for all these horse mackerels I've caught. Nope, 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 no way, no way, no way, no way, Jose. Absolutely not. Not a chance. Forget about it. Alright, I'm just looking for fish. I'm not gonna get any bait, and then we'll run to our storage. Okay, good, good, good. That was the barrel eye probably.
You're not a fucking...
Nah. Catch you anyway, because you're so cute. You can play Pokopia on the OG Switch through Game Share, so it has the capability to run the game. They just refuse to give it to us. What? What are you talking about? Guys, my boyfriend wants an eyebrow slit. I don't know what to do. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? The Switch 2 is streaming the game to the Switch 1. Is that a thing you can do? Like a virtual console? Or a virtual machine, I suppose? Let him have it. Yeah, let him get it. I don't know. What's wrong with it? We are rednecks. Okay, so what? Nice. The Switch 1 does not run the game. That's what I'm like. I'm like, you can get it on the Switch 1, but run it through a virtual machine that is a Switch 2? That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. Alright, and then a nice barrel eye to wrap it all up. Nope, he saw that way too easily, but whatever. Alright. It does look like it's going to... Yeah, it does look like it's going to keep raining beyond just the first hour, which is nice. I don't know why. I always forget where my house is in this island. Are shark/dockfish not as profitable? Short answer, no. By my findings when I was doing research for this. Put that away, young man. When I was doing research for this, by my findings, no, I did not find them to be as profitable. And the reason why, I could go into a lot of detail about it. There's a video hopefully coming out this weekend that will go into a lot of the reason as to why they're not as profitable. But yeah, short answer, no. Long answer, also no. Just more of an explanation that I will get to eventually. What's up, My Grand Plan? Thanks for that 60 stream watch streak. Wow. Thank you. Alright, cool. Oh, what are you hollering at me for now? Things in my storage, I guess? Man, look at that. Another 1 grand for twitch.tv/Dagnel. And now I can buy 20 Nook Miles tickets. No, 10 Nook Miles tickets. 10 Nook Miles tickets, and somebody said that the Tarantula Island is 2%. This is for when I get to the bug segment. Somebody said that the Tarantula Island is 2%. I can buy 10 tickets to roll a 2% chance 10 times. What are the odds I find the Tarantula Island? This is like a stats 101 pop quiz. Dude, now they're freaking coming like crazy, these barred knife jaws. Let's go. They're popping out all the time. 2%. No, I think it would be 2% if it was 1 Nook Miles ticket. I think that if I have 10 Nook Miles tickets and it's a 2% chance, what are the odds that I get a 2% chance among one of those 10 tickets? 20%, right? No, I don't think it would be as simple as that. I don't think it's as simple. Is it really as simple? I don't know, actually. I'm stupid. Is it as simple as just taking a 2% chance 10 times? Wouldn't there need to be, like... Because 50% of 50% is 25%. A chance to get a coin flip right after 2 guesses would be 75%. So you take the 2% and then you do 0.02%. Guys, why would the percentage get worse the more tickets I have to try? You think about it. Why would your percentage get worse the more tickets that you have to try for that 2%? I don't know. I failed stats. Jeez. My brain doesn't compute. I think I'm asking a relatively simple thing. Technically, with a coin flip, it's still 50-50 each time. I'm not asking what the chance is for each ticket, though, because that's 2%. I'm saying that, oh my god, I'm going to rip my eyeballs out. I'm saying that if I have 10 attempts at it, what are the odds that I hit a 2% chance? It's just 20? That's easy. Okay. It's just 20%. Okay, I was like doubting that it was that easy, but I'm glad to see that it was. So if you have 100 tickets to get 2 of... Yeah, wait, so yeah, but I don't think that it's 20 is true either, because then by that logic, if you're just doing a simple 10 times 2, then what if I told you, what are the chances I hit a 2% chance after 50 tickets? By your math, that would be 100%, which isn't true either. You're not guaranteed to do it just because you have 50 tickets. No, so I don't think it is 20%. It's not that simple, because I just thought about it, and I'm like, no, that wouldn't work if the logic was for 50 tickets, where you'd be like, okay, I guess it's 100%. No, not necessarily. It would never be 100%. Me, when I rely on chat for a math question, well, whenever I get math wrong, you guys are always really quick to correct me. 18.3. 18.29 from a stats major. Bingo, thank you. I was like, I don't think it is that simple. Maybe it's close, it seems realistic, but no. It's exponential, not multiplicative. Yes, there you go. The words that I'm trying to think. Think Balatro. You have plus jokers and multiplying multiple jokers. It's very easy. This is Elden Ring buffs all over again, is it? I've never played. When do we get the Dagnel Balatro stream? I've thought about it before. It is a fun game. Though it's more of a game that I like to play in my downtime, and games that I stream are not my downtime. They're my wired time. I'm working when I do these. These are my wired games, which I'd like to take a more casual approach to streaming. I really, really would. Especially after this long honker of a challenge. I would like to play more fun, laid-back, easy, casual things on stream. I take too much of a stressful approach to streaming where I don't treat it as something that I do for fun. I treat it too much as work. I'd like to go back to that, though, someday. The idea of chat during a Balatro stream terrifies me. I don't know. I just saw you guys try to figure out a stats problem, and I'm like, man, I don't know. Oh, there we go. 200 of them. I don't know if you guys could be bossing me around after I see you guys try to calculate the question that... about the stupid Tarantula Island. I don't know. I hope you get a box of 30 Timbits after all these streams. No, I cannot be eating 30 Timbits right now. I would love 30 Timbits, to be clear. To be 100% honest with you, my G... I would actually love 30 Timbits right now. I would eat them embarrassingly quickly. I would actually be greatly ashamed of how quickly I would consume 30 Timbits, but I fear I should probably not. For the sake of my waistline. 20 trash tools, nice. What is a Timbit? They're just donut holes. They're Tim Hortons donut holes. They call them Timbits because, well, I guess they just do. Is this a natty sturgeon? Or is this a pike? No, it's a sturgeon. Wow, natty sturgeon. Look at me go. Does Dagnel like Krispy Kreme donuts? I do. I don't know why. The way that you phrase that is like how people ask if, like, oh, would Jesus have approved of this behavior? Does Jesus like Krispy Kreme? Does Dagnel like Krispy Kreme? Are you sort of seeing it a little bit? I'm like, you can just like ask me, man. I'm just a guy. I'm not a like holy figure. You can address me. It's okay. I know I'm scary sometimes, but no, it's a benign enough question. Dagnel is Jesus. That wasn't really what I was getting at, but sure. I mean, if it makes you guys behave in this holy place, then sure. You'd be like Squidward after he eats those Krabby Patties. Yeah, it'll go straight to my thighs. My thighs? And then you'll blow up. Yeah, I remember my first Krabby Patty. What did he mean by that in that episode, by the way? What did he mean by that? I remember my first Krabby Patty. Oh, yeah? Word? What's that mean, Doc? Drugs? Yeah, that's what I'm like. What are you getting at, man? A worm? I worked next to the first Tim Hortons to open in the UK, and they delivered us 5 shared boxes of Timbits to celebrate their opening. Bro, what? What just broke my fishing rod? Me money! Mr. Krabs always be on that money shit, dude. He needs to calm down sometimes, man. That dude loves his money, and like, dude, I love money too, man. That guy goes a little bit overboard sometimes. That guy gets a little bit too crazy for that. I'm like, man, I get it, man, but jeez, man, you go too far. Greed in Crabnate. Yes, exactly. Look at that. They must have a hard time eating. I don't really get that one, to be honest. It's alright, this is the barrel eye. Nice little easy barrel eye for me here. Nice little easy barrel eye. Like, it ain't nothing. Fuck. I'm gonna get one eventually. I cannot believe there's a Tim Hortons in the United Kingdom. Ooh. There are lots of them, just none near where I live now. Really? What is the locals' opinion on Tim Hortons? Do they hate it? Holy mackerel curse. I mean, mackerels are like... Probably like every 20 mackerels you catch, you'd probably expect one barrel eye. It's a bit fucked up. Limiting it to 10 tickets would feel like 0.2%, when in reality it's mathematically still 2% each time a Nook Miles ticket is used. Alright, I thought, first of all, we solved this debate, where someone who is a stats major came in and gave me the answer. And second of all, I know that every ticket would be a 2% chance. What I'm saying is the cumulative odds of, after using 10 tickets, what are the odds that I would find one Tarantula Island with one of those tickets? I know it's a 2% chance with each ticket. We have established this. We've already answered this question. It's like we're digging up the body now to reevaluate, give it another, like, once-over. No, I thought we already solved this. We did not solve this because the stats major did not take into account the odds are not compounding, but independent per ticket. Compounding how? That's what I'm wondering. Compounding how? Because I do see a bit of variance that can throw the math off. For example, some islands can only be found once per day. So, theoretically, if every island on the first ticket is a base odds and you run into an island that you can only find once per day, that should take that island out of the rotation, thus increasing the odds of the Tarantula Island from 2% to, I don't know, 2.2%. So that's the only thing I can think that would be added to the equation. We're talking about a cumulative chance over 10 tickets, not a chance per each individual ticket. Apples and oranges. Yeah, that's what I was saying, though. Okay, Dag, I'm going to find the actual answer. Dude, even at this point, I don't know. Even at this point, I'm not sure if I could even trust, like, I don't know, man. If people are saying the stats guy got it wrong, then I don't know. Though I'm not sure the stats guy did get it wrong. Like, each dice roll is independent of all others, like flipping a coin. Right, I guess what I'm saying is in the answer of 18.3% that somebody gave me, what was compounded to get that result. Hola. Thanks, Atmosphere, for the 5 gift subs. Thank you. Glad that alert worked. Thank you. If you got a gift sub courtesy of Atmosphere, enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Is Dag really smart, or am I dim? I think that we're both smart people who maybe specialize in different areas, is probably the truth. But I think I know what I'm talking about. I also am honest enough to be like, hey man, I don't know the answer. I just know that the way that you guys are approaching this isn't exactly correct. Pinochle is not a debate. No, that's not even... I don't even know why you guys are bringing that up, to be honest. Each ticket is going to be 2%. Total odds over 10 trials, that is always going to be 18.29%. These are both correct answers to 2 different problems. Yeah, because I'm like, just the vibe of 18.3% feels right, you know? That just feels right, which is not a good enough... Like, if somebody said, if your math professor said, show your work, and I said, it just feels right, that would not get me points for that question. But it does feel like the right answer, though. I think that the sniff test is to be sort of trusted in this. And it's passing the sniff test, you know? That's all I'm saying, anyway. Even if you get a one-time island, it doesn't actually affect your percentage. Really? So if I get an island that I can only get once per day, that does not increase the odds of getting Tarantula Island, even just slightly? It wouldn't do much, but why wouldn't it make it better, though? The difference is minimal. Okay, but it's there. I don't think it's fair to say that it doesn't affect it, just because it's insignificant. It is something. Even if it makes... I mean, after... If you get one, the first island you see is one that you can only get once per day, like if it happens early enough, that could kind of maybe add an extra percentage at the end of it all. I don't know, maybe. So it would compound in a way. Yeah, this is, I literally have said this. The only thing that I think would compound is the fact that other islands can get eliminated simply by finding them. A lot of islands you can find as many times per day as you want. However... such as Tarantula Island, for example, is one that you can only find once per day. However, in this case, we only need to find it once. That's fine. But if I find another rare island that isn't quite what I need, but you can only find once per day, then that would theoretically make the odds better, right? There's a meteor in Ohio today. Good. They deserve it. Someone call Nintendo and ask this question? Why don't you just, like, I don't know. I don't think Nintendo has to be the one to answer it. Like, we collectively could answer this. I could if I felt like it. They got what they got what was coming to them. Oh, I like that little. What is this? 1 p.m. Kind of fucking with 1 p.m. Trying to sell a house and apply for jobs at the same time is not a vibe. Sell a house and apply for jobs? Damn, dude. You're on some, like, level 4 shit. You're out here, yeah, you're in a whole different world, man. I kind of fuck with the idea. I'd like to own a house one day. It's in my future, I think. But I also really like... I don't know, I don't like renting, but I like how when something breaks, I can just be like, it's not my problem. I don't gotta buy a new dishwasher. I wrote up the fact that my dishwasher was busted a couple of months ago, and they came wheeling in a whole new freaking dishwasher. I'm like, bro, I think the motor just needed to be changed out. They were like, no, we're just gonna get you a whole new one. And I'm like, oh, okay. Sweet. So now I got a whole new dishwasher. That was pretty cool. Can't do that when you own a house. Well, you can, but you have to be the one to pocket the money. Or not unpocket the money. And it's like, worst case, alright, like, your dishwasher breaks, whatever. That's not that bad, all things considered. But what if, like, a pipe explodes or something? That's what I would really worry about. Oh my god, like a pipe exploded. I have to get into my walls to fix it. I need to call somebody who's going to charge me a lot of money to fix that. That's what I'm really be freaking out about. What's up, Flipper? I told him as well. I'm like, dude, it's just the motor. I ran a diagnostic on it. And I showed it. Look, 4 beeps and 5 beeps. That means it's the motor. And he's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna get you a whole new dishwasher. And I'm like, all right, word. Cool. I'd have been, yeah. But, you know, I kept my mouth shut. I was like, all right, you do you, man. Islands aren't taken out of the rotation. You can get the same island twice in a row. Okay, I'm gonna actually start getting mad here. Because first of all, I thought we buried this debate. But second of all, if we're going to continue this debate, I would at least ask us that we are right, alright? Because you absolutely have islands that you can only get once per day. That is, it's a very well-known phenomena. Alright, so if we look here, you see that little timer that says none next to it? That means that you can get that island multiple times a day. For example, the very basic short river and pond island. Alright, these very common basic islands that you get, those you can get as many times per day as you want. So for example, you got none, none, none. There's no limit to them. You can get as many as you want, alright? But you start scrolling down enough and you start seeing Scorpion Island, alright? Limit, once per day. Tarantula Island, 2%, once per day. Rugged Woodland, chance, 1.5%, once per day. So if theoretically, in those 10 tickets, on the first, second, or whatever ticket, you get a Rugged Woodland Island, that takes that out of the rotation, and thus increases the odds, in theory, unless you can prove me wrong, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. That takes out the Rugged Woodland from the rotation of islands that you can get with your subsequent tickets, and thus makes it so that Tarantula Island and all other islands have an increased odds of seeing them. So, unless I'm misunderstanding something, don't bust my balls about something that I actually know a decent bit about. Who said 18.3? A few people did, one of which identified as a stats person, and I trust that answer as a result. Not that you have to be a stats person, but you do need to be someone that sounds like they know what they're talking about. I don't think I could be a teacher. All Twitch chat has taught me is that I don't think I could be a teacher. I lose my cool, like, a bit too easily. When, I don't know. And this isn't fair to people, because sometimes I am the guy that, no matter how many times somebody tries to teach me something, it cannot be drilled into my stupid thick head. So, like, if I'm working with somebody like that, and I'm like, what don't you understand? Like, this comes easily to me because it's something that I'm interested in, but that's not the case for you. But still, what the fuck is not going together in your brain here? What is keeping these puzzle pieces from being connected here? I would actually start losing my patience a bit much. I would actually lose my cool a bit too much. What's up, Ciara? How are you doing? You also have the 1% chance for a Scorpion Island. That's true. So if we wanted to add it to the calculation, it's really the 2% of the Tarantula Island. Actually, no, that's not true. You cannot add it to the calculation because Scorpions spawn opposite of Tarantulas. They will never overlap with their spawn time. So no, actually, that's not true. In older games, they did spawn together, but not in New Horizons. So no, that's irrelevant, now that I think about it. Oh shit, nah, it's all good, because I thought it for a second as well. Try and change the subject. How's the weather? Kind of bad, to be honest with you. Kind of bad. Kind of crap. Kind of, I looked outside this morning, and I saw a bunch of snow, and I was like, I thought we were done. I knew we were not done. I was actually not naive enough to believe that we really were, but it was nice for the little bit that we had, that false spring. Now we're back to Smarch. That was the Smarch weather. If you live alone, you don't really need a dishwasher. What the hell are you talking about? If you live alone, you don't need a dishwasher. Why is that? Like, is it a legal thing? Probably not. Who's texting me? 18.3 is fair. You can calculate the likelihood of not getting the island by multiplying 0.98 itself 10 times and then subtracting the result from 1. Oh, okay. Going the other way. Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. It actually makes a lot more sense. I live alone and love my dishwasher. Yeah, bro, but sorry, I guess you gotta get rid of it now. Back to hand washing for you. Old hand washing Harold over here. And bust out the friggin' Scrub Daddy or whatever the fuck. .98 to the 10th power is 0.8171, aka 81.71. So that the chances are 18.29% because you subtract that from 1 and right. I get it. I get it. Thank you. Now I can not blindly believe the 18.3 number and actually see the reason behind it. Okay, thank you. Stats are freaking confusing, though, in fairness. They are really freaking confusing. My girlfriend's got me doing, like, Z-tests and ANOVA tests in Google Sheets, and I'm like, what the hell is the use of an ANOVA sheet? Honest to God. Or a Z-test, for that matter. What the hell is the use for this shit? It's confounding. Cool. The bare minimum amount of stats that I had to do for AP Psychology 2 years ago was enough stats for me to decide I will never take an actual stats class. Yeah, people think that sometimes when I do stuff with statistics in my videos, they're like, oh, stats nerd. I'm like, no, you don't know a stats nerd if you think I'm a stats nerd. I am a stats peon. I am a stats infant. No, you don't know an actual stats nerd if you think I'm a stats nerd. ANOVA tests are for testing the probability for multiple factors of chance. I did read up about it when she asked me to help them, but I'm like, still. The examples that they provide to like do an ANOVA test with this data set, and I'm like, what the fuck would this ever be useful? Like, I don't know. That's what everyone says when math is complicated. They're like, when is this ever going to be useful? But, like, actually, though, man, who the fuck's out here running ANOVA tests? Still mad about that comment that says if you live alone, you don't need a dishwasher. I'm still mad about that, by the way. That one's still bouncing around in my head. Like that old DVD screensaver just blunking around. I'm still mad about that. What is the logic behind that? They're like, if you live alone, you don't create enough dishes to warrant needing a dishwasher. That sounds like you don't bake anything or cook anything. Because when you cook, even for yourself, you're using like pans, bowls, measuring cups, regular cups, plates. I'm like, I don't want to wash all that by hand. I can. I don't want to. Yeah, not to mention you waste more water. But it's faster. Exactly. Well, I assume you're saying the dishwasher's faster. Hand washing's faster? No. You know what else? Like, you could put it in the dishwasher and then go do other things. You're not tied down to doing the dishes at the sink. That's the good thing. Like, loading the dishwasher... Really, the dishwasher may take, like, an hour or two to wash the dishes, which is why maybe you might say that it's faster to hand wash them. But think about it. You're not really washing them. The dishwasher's doing it. You, my friend, are doing whatever else. Something probably way more fun than washing the dishes, if I had to guess. It's 10 minutes out of your day, max. I've never had a dishwasher, and it's honestly not that bad. It's 10 minutes out of the day, max. I don't know what kind of Speedy Gonzalez you are washing your dishes. I've spent like 30 minutes. This is if they pile up, in fairness. I've spent like 30 to 45 minutes washing an entire sink of dishes before. That would take the dishwasher 5 minutes to load, and then a couple hours to wash, and then 5 more minutes to unload it. And I'm like, cumulatively, for my purposes, that's 10 minutes of work, compared to the 45 minutes that it was otherwise hand washing them. It is just moved into a house of a dishwasher for the first time in 3 years of marriage. It's been revolutionary. There you go. There you go. Well, I hope your marriage stays healthy and strong, which is just true in general, but I certainly hope extra now, because if anything ever happens, I guess you gotta get rid of your dishwasher now that you're living alone again. So, I wish for a long and prosperous relationship. I guess the idea is that you wouldn't let the dishes pile up. Yeah, the idea is that, yes, I don't do that. But also, I don't live in La La Land enough to know that I would not let the dishes pile up. Oh, I absolutely let the dishes pile up sometimes if I'm in a rut. If I'm in a mental rut, oh, the dishes are absolutely piling up. The dishwasher is the only thing that keeps it from not piling up, because I'm like, man, I guess it's not that hard to load them. I'll just do it, whatever. Took the dishwasher in the divorce, yeah. Dishwasher is a close second compared to having in-unit laundry. Legit, one of the things, so we're moving in May. We don't know where, but we're going to start looking for places soon. And one of the things, you know how Zillow and other apartment or rental websites will have like criteria that the units that they show you need to meet? One of the criteria is like in-unit washer and dryer. I will not go to a laundromat. I will not use a community washing service. I will not do it. I've done it before. I will not do it again. But, so one of the things I always make sure to check in the criteria for the search query is in-unit washer and dryer. I don't even check the dishwasher because I'm like, I can at least live without a dishwasher. I would not like it, but I can do it. Washer dryer, though, making me having to use either a communal one or a laundromat? Hell no. Hell no. Putting that aside, what debt are we on currently? 748,000 bells, and we're paying with fish. And I'm about to make another round of fish bait here. Going to the laundrette is a bottom 10 experience. It's like, if I'm in a freaking laundromat, I'm not having a good time, man. I remember one time, Hurricane Michael knocked out my power for a week. And the closest thing to me that had power was a laundromat. I was sitting in the laundromat, just sitting there, and everyone would give me their phones so that I could charge everybody in the house's phones while I was there. So I'm sitting there with my whole family's smartphones, waiting for them to charge, watching, and other people there were doing it too. Same thing, because their power was gone. So I'm just sitting there, all these damn phones are charging, and just like, man, this sucks. This is the worst. Oh, laundromat Larry over here, yeah. Uni ones are minging. Oh my god. Dude, community... Yeah, no. Plus, they make you pay for it most of the time. And I'm like, what are you... You're just raking me over the coals here, man. Killing me. So you're on that damn phone again, but times 5. Well, I was only on my phone, so I wasn't messing around with everyone else's phones. Get out of here. Alright. Feeling giant. Feeling 2 sturgeons with this set of bait. If I may be so modest. Feeling 2 sturgeons. 2 sturgeons and a pike. Alright. 2 sturgeons and a pike. Calling it. Okay. Double sturgery. Oh, right, we have bulk crafting finally. Yeah, I said it earlier, but this is the first time I've really taken advantage of it for the purposes of one of my challenges. Like, it's actually being put to good use now for the first time since the update dropped. And it is, I must say, very, very nice. Thank you, Nintendo. It is very nice. Even if I do wish you could craft more than 10 at a time, whatever. I guess I will not be a beggar and a chooser in this case, but I do feel as though that they could have maybe been a bit more intuitive with it, but whatever. Nice. 0 sturgeons, 0 pike. So that's actually what I was hoping for, and I said that I wanted 2 sturgeons and a pike, actually to jinx that, because I don't want that to happen. See? Never let the game know what you want, because then it'll never give it to you. Do we get Castmaster yet? I don't think so. I've fucked it up fairly often. And also I scare away fish on purpose using the... Like, I'll cast one out. Like, if one's too far to get scared from me running by it, I'll cast my line out. and I'll have it grab its attention, and then I'll pull it in just to scare it away. So I'm not extremely trying to get Castmaster, but I did get to 47. I've also fucked it up just straight up a few times. Not to be rude, but what made this take 91 plus hours? Because I chose to pay off every debt within each game using a different method to encourage variety and make it so that it wasn't just too samey across all the games. Because if I wanted to do this as quickly as possible, I would have done it with turnips. However, I figured if I was just doing turnips for every single game and every single debt within that game, it'd be a bit boring and also a bit too samey to the other video that I've done where I tried to see which game has the most broken turnips, which was just me doing 10 weeks worth of turnip trading in every game to see which game I had the most bells in afterwards, and I'm like, that's basically what I would be doing here. Except instead of doing it for 10 weeks, I just do it until I have enough money to pay off all my debts. So that's why it's taken 91 hours. Also, I'm not extremely trying to do it at the absolute most maximum pace possible, despite my restrictions. I tend to mess around a fair bit. I tend to go off track, do other things, so I'm sure I could have knocked a few hours off if I actually stayed locked in on the task at hand, but yeah, basically. I haven't had great turnip luck. Good turnip luck at a couple times. Could have probably knocked some hours off as well. It wasn't great when I did do the turnip segments. I always reserve the biggest debt in every game for turnips because it is the best method of making money. But yeah, even when I did get to turnips, I would get bad weeks back to back, and it would set me back like hours of progress versus if I had just gotten an equally lucky good week. Why did you just post as a first-time chat message my Twitter account? Why'd you do that? Hi, that is my Twitter account. Anyone else getting triggered by the message in a bottle? What are you talking about? The message in a bottle? Remember the City Folk turnips? City Folk turnips were okay. Wild World turnips were a mess, but that's because of partially my fault as well. I feel like the patterns weren't great, but also, yeah, I fucked up the time traveling. What, twice? Yeah, that wasn't too great either. You mean to say twitter.com/Dagnel is the same as twitch.tv/Dagnel? No, actually, because if you'll notice, the Twitter account has an underscore in the username, while on Twitch, I have no underscore. I don't know who this phony baloney Dagnel with an underscore is, but it's certainly not me. Could be barrel line. Probably not. How long do you think this video will be edited? I don't know. Hopefully not too long. Bro, I can't even tell anymore, man. I honestly cannot. I don't think so, right? We should report this account for identity fraud then. I mean, I don't post on it much more anyway. On the topic of editing, did the marker trick work for you? I actually do not know. I have been utilizing it, but I've not actually dragged the video into my editing program to see if it did anything. But I am doing it. I am doing it. Apparently, OBS has a built-in way of marking chapters in your video footage. I'm trying that out, and if so, it could make editing go a lot faster. If while I'm just doing the challenges that I do, make little markers in the video to mark where important things happen so that I don't have to scrounge through 91 hours and 17 minutes and, oh, I don't know, 15 seconds of content to find out where the important moments are, because as you can imagine, that might be quite annoying. So, I didn't know OBS had a built-in feature. I was always trying to look for, like, something, like a third-party or a plugin that did it, but apparently it's just built in. You can update us on that in the future, because I also use OBS, and that would be helpful. I mean, I could probably do it later today if I get off my lazy, stupid keister and actually try and put it in the editing program. Tedious, even. Yes, you could say. You could say it was a bit tedious. You know, I would use that as a word, yeah. Does Twitch still have the thing where viewers can react to certain parts of the stream? I really don't think so. At least I haven't seen people do it in forever. Yeah, I don't know. I thought they axed that because nobody was using it. Sometimes Twitch axes features if it's either too much fun or if nobody utilizes it and they realize that nobody's going to use it. But sometimes they'll keep features on the website going that nobody uses, but they just want people to use so darn badly that they refuse to give up on it. That also happens. Keister is underused. Agree. I only ever played New Horizons. Should I get New Leaf or City Folk first? Get City Folk. Get City Folk. New Leaf is really good. City Folk's really good. They're both really good. I think that City Folk is, I don't know, more unlike New Horizons. None of the above, get Wild World. Don't get Wild World. Don't get Wild World. Don't get Wild World. Don't get Wild World. Get GameCube. Look, if I had to really suggest a good one, I'd say get Animal Crossing GameCube. Any of them. Hell, get the Japanese one. Don't get Wild World. There's my two sturgeons. The N64 one, yeah. I'd get that before I get friggin' Wild World, personally. Get the iCube player one. The Chinese exclusive iCube version of it, dude. Before you get Wild World. I feel like New Horizons, the GameCube, is too big of a jump backwards with the QOL features. No, I disagree. I feel like City Folk already takes away, compared to New Horizons, a lot of the quality of life features. I don't think that the big gap between quality of life features... Pardon me. I think compared to Animal Crossing GameCube to City Folk, the quality of life feature difference is way, way less than that of City Folk to New Horizons. So if you're worried about that, then you're going to get that either way, I think, with both New Leaf and City Folk. Because this game, for as many things as it didn't do right as far as quality of life, it did do a lot of things that fixed it from previous entries, like New Leaf and City Folk. So you're already going to be regressing in that regard anyway. You might as well play the best game that has bad quality of life features, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just me, though. What's the official Dagnel rank of best to worst AC, then? I don't know. I don't know. Depends on a lot of factors. And, like, literally there's about 100 things to consider if I were to make a list of what my favorite Animal Crossing game is. And all 100 of those factors would have a different ranking to them. Like, which game does designing the best? Well, obviously New Horizons, right? But how much of a factor is that compared to the other things that I enjoy. So not only would you have to like weigh 100 different factors, I would have to then weigh those factors as far as how much they mean to me, as far as what makes a good Animal Crossing game. It's an impossible thing to tell. Bang, big man. Big boy. Been a while since I've seen one of those. Like holidays, Wild World would rank among the best for like the holidays. Dialogue, that's a pretty big thing for me. I'd probably give that to either GameCube or Wild World. So how much does dialogue matter to me? How much does holidays matter to me? You know? I have nostalgia for older games. For as much as that shouldn't cloud my judgment, it'd be hard to deny that I really enjoy the good old days of playing Wild World and City Folk. It's an impossible thing to tell. There's just too many variables. That's why I don't like favorites. Picking favorites, asking what my favorite this is, saying rank these, do a tier list of this to this, and I'm like, there are 1 million things to consider. And if I really got into it, I don't feel like it would be interesting at all, because I would just bore you guys about how much I have to think about the answers to these questions that you guys are probably like, man, who fucking cares? I hope the popularity of dialogue in Pokopia will influence the next Animal Crossing game. I hope. I mean, if Nintendo hasn't gotten the message that the dialogue hasn't been good, then... I mean, I don't know. How could you not? It's like the biggest negative sentiment about the series, in my opinion. Do you at least have a favorite color? No, because I would still be like I could just generally say green. But oh, in this circumstance, I wouldn't want to have like a lime green wall, for example. So if you're asking me like, oh, what would you like paint your wall? I'd probably not say green. I'd probably say some neutral tone. You see what I'm saying? I would bore you. I would bore you at how many things how I overthink things. I think that people would not really enjoy my genuine answer to these questions, and you would regret asking them. So I'm just telling you right now, I don't want to answer them because I don't think you want to hear me answer them. Because I'm an overthinker. I don't like it, but I am. Lime green slander? Okay, but be so for real with me. Unless you live in Nickelodeon land, would you paint your room lime green? No, I don't think so. Probably, right? You probably get driven insane. Like, what's the color that drives you insane if you look at it for too long? Yellow? It's pretty close to lime green. Yeah, it'd be a vibe. Alright. You get driven to the freaking cuckoo nest because you go paint your room lime green. With zebra print accents, yeah. My wall is literally lime green. That's crazy, man. I'd feel uncomfortable in there, but that's just me. You go on and be happy with your lime green room. Favorite color palette, then? I don't even know how to answer that question. What is a color palette that I could say is my favorite? No one else was forced to read the yellow wallpaper. My bathroom as a kid was yellow. My bathroom in the house that I lived in as a kid was yellow. And I did feel like a little bit nuts in there if I stayed there too long. Particularly bad day at the office, if you know what I mean. And I had to have an extended trip to the restroom. Yeah, I'd be getting crazy there if I stayed too long. What shade of yellow? Like a lighter, kind of pastel-y yellow shade, which is definitely way better than a bright, blinding sun yellow, but also not great, I will say. It's not what I would have chose, let's just put it that way, if it was up to me. It's not what I would have chose. Nice, dude, look at that. Back-to-back moneymakers. You guys know the story of Chris Moneymaker, right? What a guy. Nah. Ooh. Don't be obtuse, you know what I'm trying to do. Bro, you know what I'm trying to do. Quit being stupid. My landlord painted my kitchen yellow before I moved in because I have a lemon-themed kitchen. That's awfully accommodating. Very unbecoming of a landlord to be so accommodating to a future tenant. Interesting. Do you think that that's actually the reason? I feel like lime green works for a personal room because you could decorate and junk. You would have to build around that color room, though. You know what I mean? If you colored your room lime green, you would have to build around it being lime green. You'd almost have to make it the entire theme is lime green. And I don't know. I don't know if it sounds like something I'd want to do. You know? I don't know if that sounds like something I'd fuck with very much. Anything decently not valuable in here? Yeah. It's actually kind of a good problem I'm having, that most everything in my inventory is decently valuable. Alright. One more batch of bait, and then we'll do another run to my storage. Actually, might even take a trip to CJ and see what I have. What it'll sell for. Maybe just one more little stoygen though before you go. Or before I go. Shut up, mole cricket, I hear you. Are we CJ maxing for the fish? Yeah, I mean, if you could put it in, like, the most online way possible, yeah, I guess that's what we're doing. Darn. Okay, I tried. Yay, first stream I'm not sleeping too. Yippee! Alright, my house is back here. Put all that in storage. I actually guess I don't need to put what I have in storage if I'm just going back to see CJ.
Hola!
Hola.
Happy birthday to me and Mr. St. Patrick less than 3.
Is it really St. Patty's Day? Like, his birthday? I know it's his day, but, like, was that his actual birthday? Was he alive in, like, 300? I feel like records are dubious for back then. Anyway, happy birthday to my grand plan, and thanks for the 31 months Prime. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emotes and enjoy your ad-free viewing. Thank you. So now we go back to a fishing tournament day where we know CJ will be there, and we do have to play a round of the fishing tournament before we can actually sell fish to him, but I'm hoping that that will be not too long. I mean, it's 3 minutes, and then I can use the fish that I catch in those 3 minutes to sell, which is also nice. So if there's anything decent at this time. Less than 3. Happy birthday, St. Patty. They're not wearing the hat that would usually indicate that there's a fishing tournament going on. Did I get the date wrong? October 10th, 2026. It should be a fishing tournament. Huh. October 10th. Why did I put the 16th? What a fucking numpty. What is wrong with me? Where did I get the 16th out of that? What a maroon. It's 10:10. Who is that ugly mouse? Moose. Crazy this challenge could have a final time of 800. I am like so off. What the hell, man? Yeah, 100 hours. Yeah, it might. I'm hoping that it doesn't, but it might. It probably will. Whatever, though. We'll see. I don't know. Let's see how close we get with just these fish. If we get close, then I don't know. It could be huge. We'll see. Moose, he shall be killed. If you want to, I'm not going to. Alright. Don't. I know, bro. I know. I know, man. I know. I know, man. I know. You already told me. You already told me.
Just got jump scared by an ad. Time Teresa.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say you just got jumped. Like somebody stole your wallet on the street. Well, either way, thanks Shrimp Boy for the 3 months Prime. I was like, man, I don't know if you should be subscribing after you just got robbed. But sure, go for it. Thank you. Thanks for the 3 months. Appreciate it. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. Alright, I guess I'll go over to my ocean and look for things there. I don't know. What spawns in the ocean? What's better right now? Ocean or river? Probably. A lot of the same things that I was catching in November can spawn in October, so... Stick to the ocean. Or NECA? No. No. Mahi Mahi Jabali, I think, can spawn. I don't know why, that felt like more vibrations. I think the olive flounder has more vibrations than sea bass, though, despite them being the same size. Feels weird to say, but even though they have the same shadow size, fish don't necessarily have the same, like, vibration to your controller. It's something that you sort of notice if you do it for long enough. Nice, that'll be good. That's 7,500 right there, if you sell it to CJ.
Money, money, money.
Yo.
Hey Dagnel,
Hi.
I'm back with more bits. Also, I took today off of work.
Keep taking today off work, you're not going to have any more money for them bits anymore. But hey, I appreciate that. Thanks to the 550 Savage Gamer. Thank you. Why doesn't your island have the hotel? Yeah, you have to hit 3 stars to get the hotel, so... Ooh! Okay. That's 3,000, I think, so what? 4,500 if you sell to CJ? That's decent. Okay, alright, white boy. Yeah, you gotta hit a 3-star island before you have access to the hotel. So no hotel for me. It's actually kind of sucks a little bit because it would make the pier a bit longer, and that would make it so that pier fish spawn more often, and pier fish are generally pretty decent as far as their value. So it's not worth getting a 3-star island to do, but I guess it would have been a good thing for that purpose. Let's get one more little guy here. Back off, Brocklo, it's mine. Oh, come on, dude. Hurry up. Hurry up, dude. Hurry up. I have 10 seconds. Oh, he's being difficult, man. Does that count? Oh, dude, I was literally reeling it in. I was a freaking... Damn it. It didn't count because I didn't catch it before. That sucks. Whatever. I can still sell it. It would just been easier. Whatever. It happens to me all the time. It's a little bit rude. Stowed 6 fish in the cooler. That's 8 points. Holy shit. Alright, well, how much will you buy what I caught for? Man, maybe like 10 grand, just what I caught there for that tournament. 14. Wow. Okay, cool. That's nice. And then, now, sell what's in our pockets. There's something else. Let's sell some fish. Alright. And then... Man, I can't even give you a number for how much this stuff's gonna sell for, but it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good. This might be like a couple 100,000, honestly. This might be good. Ooh! Ooh, not quite, but pretty close. 189 grand. And then I have more in my storage still. So hold your shorts. We're not done yet. I don't think we're going to get to quite the amount that we need. But...
Crazy that this challenge could go on for longer than 100 hours. So here is
yeah, you said that already.
Bits.
Thank you. Thanks for the 100 more bits, Savage Gamer. I appreciate it. I don't know if I have a whole pocket's worth of fish. I mean, I have 70 things total in my storage, but a lot of that is materials and stuff, so it's not all fish. I don't know. I'm very curious, actually. Why do I keep stupid horse mackerels in here? What the hell? What are you going to do with those? How many bells is the goal? Well, 748,000 for my debt. Or is it 58,000? Actually, I think somebody corrected me earlier. Okay, so we actually have more than the inventory full. That's pretty good. This guy is loaded to the gill with fish. That was pretty funny. I don't know if you meant to do this, but you said I'm filled to the gill. And that's what fish have to breathe underwater. That was pretty clever right there. That was a pretty clever joke. Wow. Man, you should be the one streaming here. It's me, fucking barnacle head over here. I ain't got jokes like that. Thanks, I'm here all night. Oh, okay, alright. What did I get a stupid boot for? And what's that? Probably maybe, I don't know. Ooh, that's another 200,000. Ooh. Okay. Alright, and I still got a little bit more. I still got a little bit more. Hang on. Hold on. Hold the phone. We might be closer than I thought. Barnacle head. Man, I need to start saying that shit.
Enough fish to feed a village.
Yes. Thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you. Barnacle head. Man, I need to start saying that shit. Okay, Squidward. I didn't realize I had Mr. Tentacles in my chat. Barnacle head, huh? I need to start calling SpongeBob that. Ooh, and the coelacanth to wrap it all up? Ooh. Oh, fish paste. You just need 200 grand more? I don't think we're gonna get that with this batch, but it might be another 100 grand. I don't know. No, I don't want to compete. 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 It's the one where they try to move the furniture and it ends up running over Squidward's toenail. Fucking disgusting. Horrible. You look like somebody would have played the clarinet in school. I tried to play the trumpet at one point. Didn't go well. I tried the drums a little bit. Wasn't too great at that. I just don't think I'm very musically inclined. 74,850. Okay, okay, okay. So where does that put me in total? I think I'm going to be about 100 grand short, combining what I have already in my ABD, which I think is 150,000. Let's see. Let's see. It's decent, though. Thanks, Pop Crossing, for the Prime. I appreciate that. Thank you. Enjoy your emotes and enjoy your ad-free viewing. I have 661,000. Okay, we need, what? 97,000 then, basically? Dude, that's so doable. That's doable today, as a matter of fact. As long as we book it, we can do that. You might still have a few money trees. That's actually true. I do. Hang on. Where are they, I wonder? I guess I'll just do, like, a lap around town and see. That is true. I do still have, like, leftover money trees from when I was doing that. And that would be 30 grand each money tree. I don't recall seeing any. Oh, nice fly. I guess I also got the trash from fishing, so for as little as it'll be, it's something. The back of the island has one. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll get to that. Surely, I figured there must be a couple at least, right? This track gets... Ooh, there's one. Alright. I don't know if maybe that's the one that you meant. It's sort of in the back of my island. Not entirely, though. So there's that one.
Money, money, money.
I recently got laid off from my job as a result of the Iran situation, so just wanna say these streams have really cheered me up. Thank you, Dag3.
I thought the text-to-speech was going to stop after it said, I recently got laid. Like, I thought that that was going to be the whole comment, is I recently got laid. And I was like, you don't need to share that. I thought it was like, that's full stop right there. And I was like, bro, you do not need to be sharing that. No, sorry about your job. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. I'm glad that the streams can cheer you up, though. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, now I guess I wish that it would have been that, because that would have been pretty, you know, compared to getting laid off your job, that's way better. Jeez, that's miles better. I guess, like, the decency to still share it in the chat would have been questionable, but, like, that would have been way better for you. So, you know, hey, I'm glad. Oh, there we go. That's the one you must have been talking about. Does that mean I'm not allowed to share if I get laid? See, this... you're probably being facetious, but this is the shit that I do feel sad sometimes that I need to clarify. This could be a golden trowel, I don't know. Actually, no, I think it's too big. This is the shit that I have to get a big frown across my face when I realize that I do have to tell you guys, yeah, whenever you guys engage in coitus, you don't need to tell me. In fact, I would highly encourage that you don't, because it's really not necessary, and it sounds like you're doing it for the brag rather than the actual intimacy that's involved in the process because you genuinely love the other person. It sounds like you're using it as a flex more than anything. So, yeah, maybe don't. I think that would be quite a good idea, actually, yes. But the thing is it's sad. I don't know if you're being facetious or not. So, I'm going to err on the safe side and say no, I don't need to know that. I'm happy for you, though, genuinely. Nice carp. The second it's over. Wait, dude, I gotta tell this Animal Crossing streamer I just fucked. What possesses a person? Because this has happened before, by the way. If you're like, nah, this sounds stupid. No, this has happened before. I gotta go tell Dagnel. No, you don't. Keep it to yourself. You don't need to. I promise you it's fine. Very strange. And not even just with that. It's just about, like, things that are not relevant to the stream at all, in general. It's not even just that. Hey, Dagnel, I have a wedgie right now. I don't fucking care, bro. I really don't. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just too atypical of a streamer to where other people would be like, oh, I'm sorry about that. Man, that really sucks. Oh, you know, I had a wedgie one time, and it really sucked. You know, it's just like the worst. I don't fucking care. And I can at least be honest enough to tell you I don't fucking care. I don't know, but I'm also an asshole, so, like, I don't know. All right, I think honestly, just stay on the fishing tournament and then try to get the remaining what 30 something grand that we need. Just do it like this. Shit, it'd be easier, honestly. Very cool. Oh yeah, I forgot I have to pay for the other ones after that. This has happened more than once. Yeah, with like multiple different this happens like every week with people just coming in here being like, hey Dagnel, I just did this and I think it's really relevant to streaming, and I would totally, I think every normal level-headed person would be sharing this in a Twitch chat. This happens a sad amount, yes. Get the money rock, that's a good idea. Get the money rock.
Money, money, money.
Hey Dagnel, would you rather watch the horsefly close-ups from Wormy, or watch Chosen the Splinter episode?
Oh, Wormy's a classic, man. I'm talking about that little close-up with the butterfly. It did freak me out as a kid, but I think, I don't know, I still like the episode. Thanks for the 1,000 bits, by the way. I appreciate that. That's a lot of bits. Oh, dude, Wormy clears, 100%. Maybe Dagnel doesn't need to know, but maybe chat does. I assure you, young man, when I say that nobody, the streamer, the chat, needs to know about your intimacy, I promise you, I mean everybody. I promise you. Sarcasm? Okay, I'm sorry. It's hard to tell sometimes. Wow, look at me go. Bye chat, about to head into a meeting with Warner Brothers. What the hell are you doing? You making a movie? Are you making Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar too? What are you doing? Oh, that's pretty cool. Enjoy that. Go say hi to both Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. Tell them I'm a big fan. Bang. What's up the Rays, man? Me when the Tampa Bay Rays lead the AL East. What's up those Rays, man? Thought this was the Red Sox year. This is a funny joke, actually. Actually, I think you guys should all laugh at that. Please laugh. Are you a car guy, Dagnel? Do you like big turbos and good-looking builds? I appreciate the aesthetic of a nice car. I would not call myself a car guy. But I would also look at a 1994 Toyota Supra, and I would be like, nice. That's nice right there. Nice, man. I was just surprised it took me that long to find a tire.
Money, money, money.
Oh, and this fishing rod's gonna break, isn't it?
Love the streams. Thanks for making work bearable.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for the 1,050 bits. I appreciate that. It was very generous of you. 85 Super looks better. I do like the before generation 4 Supras as well. Just think that peaked with 4. And then those newer ones are nice, but they're not the same. It's kind of like bringing back an old sitcom that ended 20 years ago. It's like, you're not really capturing the same vibe, but I appreciate that you're trying, I suppose. It's kind of how I feel about the Malcolm in the Middle reboot that's coming out soon. I'm like, I don't think it's going to be that good. But, whatever. I'll be happy to indulge for a little bit. Yeah, because why is Scrubs back? Yeah, I saw that as well. Why the hell is Scrubs back? Psst, get your money, Rock. Psst. Stop telling me what to do. Once was enough. I heard you the first time. Is Malcolm in the Middle reboot happening? There is. It's coming out this year. I have seen like the trailers for it, and I'm just like, it was so much better of a show, even if it is just as good with the writing and the acting and the directing and all that. It was a better show when it was on your TV living room CRT than it is just in HD. You know? You ever have, like, some of these reboots happen, and it's like, I don't think it's much worse as far as the quality goes, but it just doesn't feel like a show that should be on the big HD flat screen. It feels like a show that should be in my CRT box. It feels like it should be 2006 again when I watch this, and it's not. And therefore, I unfairly am judging it more negatively than the original series. It's coming out next month. Oh, I didn't know it was that soon. I'm like, everything's too clean, everything's too crisp. I could see every detail, and I don't feel like that's... It should be like a little rough around the edges, you know? They're so easy to get in and out of, you know? I guess I'll try for one of the pier fish with this bait. See what we get. It's not the same without Dewey. Well, he's there. It's just a different actor. But also the actor who... The original actor for Dewey is done acting, so... They're not going to make him come back. Is that a Top Gear reference? It is. Top Gear. They're very easy to get in and out of, you know. Could be. Ugh, my neck. Nope. I'll only catch anything that's potentially mahi-mahi or giant trevally. They need to reboot Malcolm in the Middle with Bryan Cranston. Yeah, Bryan Cranston is in there, by the way. You know, I guess that could also be Barred Knife Jar Red Snapper, so sure. Oh, go on. That's what British people say. Oh, go on, then. Oh, go on, then. I might as well. Just in case it's one of those. Or you. Nope. Oh, go on then. Yeah, dude, you get it. I didn't realize Bryan Cranston's daughter was in the pit. Yeah, dude, that blew my mind, too. Also blew my mind when Whitaker, I found out, is not American. He's, like, Welsh. And I'm like, damn, okay. The only British actor other than Hugh, the guy who played House MD, who I can't remember the name of, is Hugh something. The only guy from the United Kingdom who can actually do an American accent convincingly. Hugh Laurie, yeah, that's it. House mentioned. Let's fucking go. Alright, do I have any more fishing rods? No, that's it. No, let's see. I can make one more. Hopefully we only need the one more. Might be good. House is a good show. I don't disagree. I also just hate it because I hate shows where the entire thing is the main character is really smart but a huge asshole. I hate shows where the main character, in this case House, is insanely intelligent, but he's also literally the biggest piece of shit in the world. Like, it wears on you. It starts to feel like too much like dealing with real people, and I'm like, man, this is exhausting. At least it's funny, though. Yeah, but I like that gets old. I don't know, to me. That worked for regular cable TV. I understand. I'm not saying I'm smart and everyone else is stupid for thinking that it's a good show. No, it's just not for me because of those shows being the way that they are. But I can't deny that they're massively successful, so it's not like it's a bad formula that doesn't work. It's just I don't really like it very much. Alright. First of all, what did I catch? And then, what do I have in my pockets now? That's 6 points. That's awesome, man. How much does that sell for, though? Why do you back out of the dialogue? What? 12,600. Okay, now we need about 17 grand from what I have in my inventory, which, geez, do I have that? Let's see. We might actually get there. Moray Eel and Barred Knifejaw would have to carry, but it might be just short, I think. Ooh, I think we got enough. I think we got enough. Hold up. Hold. Hold. Hang on. We might have enough. Money rock? Question mark? Bro, are you looking? I didn't need the money rock. Are you looking? $753,000. It's 8. All right, I'm gonna get my money rock now. So I think that I'm probably going. No, you know what? Let's keep it. Why? Just finish it with fish. You already got 99.9% of the way there with fish. Just get the last 0.1%. Don't even bother doing the stupid competition. You can just catch them. Now it's a matter of stubbornness that I'm not doing my money rock, because that would be the easiest thing now to do. But now I'm like, well, now I'm not going to do it. Now I'm going to be stubborn about it. You see, chat, you learn this at some point along with the way of watching me. I'm actually a huge baby. I'm actually a giant man-child. So, when you boss me around and you tell me to do things, I don't do them. That is a surefire way of getting me to not do them, because I'm a giant, petulant infant. And you will either learn to love me or hate me. I'm not proud of the way that I am, for that reason and for many reasons. But I also am the way that I am, and simply acknowledging that I am the way that I am is much easier than working towards becoming a better person and fixing these character flaws of mine that I don't like very much. Though I will also admit, I am also trying to do that, but you have to give me time. And like a lot of time. Dude, you ever, like, make efforts to be a better person, and then, like, one bad day happens, and it completely undoes the months, maybe years of time that you've invested in trying to be a better person? Like, literally one bad day happens, you lose your cool, you regress all the progress that you made to this point, and you're like, fuck! You ever have that happen to you? I have it happen to me all the time. Not a good feeling. Do you miss your binky? Yes, greatly, actually. Yes, greatly. Every day. Yeah, but I remember that it's a normal part of growing. Yeah, it doesn't mean it doesn't stink, though, you know? Doesn't mean that it doesn't stink. Doesn't mean that it doesn't suck total ass, my brother, if you know what I mean. Pike. Look at that. Yeah, can't get that, can you? Looking at me like, man, I wish I could catch a pike. Progress, healing, improvement isn't linear. It feels like a lot of progress. It feels like a loss of progress in the moment, but that you know that it's not, and you deserve to give yourself grace for the fact that you do get up and try. That is true. But consider the fact that whenever something bad happens, the world is ending, like the entire world around me is going to collapse. And I'm a piece of shit. I'm horrible. And I should probably just stop trying. But then when things are going great, I'm literally the smartest and best person ever. I am incredibly intelligent. Everyone else is an idiot except for me. And to be honest with you, I do not even think that I am worthy, or that other people are worthy to grace this very terrain that I also trample upon. I'm kidding, by the way. But like a little bit. Yo. This is how I feel at work every day in recruitment. Yeah, a customer yells at me at work for a mistake that I did. I am literally the biggest piece of shit of all time. I honestly should be fired purely out of the embarrassment that I caused my company. I do like one thing right. I am such a genius, these people don't even deserve me. God, I am the rock to this, to everybody else's just completely untethered approach of idiocy that they do with everything that they do. I am the steady, intelligent being that everyone else runs by. I am the sun of this corporate solar system. I am so smart. It'd be that way, though. Wonder if this is enough. How much more do I need? Like 5 grand? Not that much, right? Maybe we should be there. There's something else. Oh yeah, okay. A little bit more than I wanted, but that's alright. Give us 5 grand to get started with bugs. Cool. Alright, pay off this debt. Start bugs tomorrow. Yippee! Alright. Pay from savings. That's gonna be 4,200 short. Pay from pockets. Alright, with 6,210 left over, we have paid off the fishing debt. That was a long one. That was a long one. That was a slog. Definitely made a lot easier with CJ, though. Consider that we would still need another, like... what? A few 100,000 if it wasn't for CJ? Yeah, and that could have been a lot worse. But that puts us at, with Animal Crossing New Horizons, only the 1.248 million bug debt for the second floor, and then the gargantuan 2,498,000 turnip debt, and that's all we have left. That's 3,746,000 total remaining now, and 16,031,000 paid off across the entire series to this point. So, with only a couple of debts left, we are very much in the home stretch. What we're going to do with bugs is we're going to look for, with my, however many miles, 25,000 miles can buy me, what, 12 Nook Miles tickets? 12 Nook Miles tickets. We're going to use those to try to find one of either Tarantula or Scorpion Island, whichever one has a higher % chance to find. I think it's Tarantula Island. We're going to look for one of those, fill our pockets up with this is if we find it. Fill our pockets up with tarantulas, sell those to Flick in a similar manner that we just did with CJ, and I don't know if one Tarantula Island will be enough to do all that, but hopefully it would get us a good way there. I mean, let's see. 40 pocket spaces. 40 pocket spaces times 8,000 for every tarantula. So if I had my full inventory full of tarantulas, that would be 320,000. If we multiply that by 1.5 times, that would be 480,000, meaning approximately 3 full inventories of tarantulas or scorpions could get me enough. That is if I were to manage to find 3 tarantula or scorpion islands. Unlikely. More likely, we will find a regular Nook Miles island. We will cut down everything on that island to where we only have palm trees, to where we can farm the expensive Hercules beetle, golden stag, Goliath beetle, giant stag, yada yada yada, all those good friends of ours. Farming those instead, filling our inventory up, and then selling to Flick. Either just straight up without the tarantula or scorpion island, or if we can get a tarantula or scorpion island, doing one of those, and then the rest could be done with the palm tree beetles. We'll see. We'll see how I want to approach this, but first things first, we should probably talk to Tom Nook so we can actually get our expansion here. That's the plan for bugs anyway. Yes, Tom, I would like to, yes. You know, normally they don't boot you out of the inventory in previous Animal Crossing games when you want to do that. They usually do it all in one fell swing, but, you know, I guess you're just silly. A hammer and some elbow grease, yeah. Put a large second story on your home. Adding a whole new floor does entail heavy construction fees. Talking about 1.248 million bells is a lot, but we can do it. We're gonna have to do it. Not today, though. Tomorrow. Pause the timer. 92 hours, 9 minutes, and 13 seconds. Oh 9:13. Wrap it up there. And be back tomorrow for bugs. Glad that we got fish done today, at least. So yeah, we'll come back tomorrow. We'll look for Tarantula Island. And whatever other islands we can find. If we don't find that, farm some palm tree beetles. That'll be, oh, that's always a good time. Going back and forth between 2 sets of palm trees on your island until you find the palm tree beetles that you need, right? That's always a fun time. So, hey, tune in for that tomorrow. If you enjoyed the stream today, drop a follow on Twitch and join the Discord. If you're on YouTube, subscribe and join the Discord. And get notified when I go live in the future. Should be tomorrow, same time, but we'll see. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you tomorrow. See you.